So milky. I'm gonna swallow. Okay. 3, 2, 1. What's going on, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Crocs and Hot Pocket Show. Today is Sunday, November 19th, 2017, and this is episode number 45. Today with me, I have SaltySam, MrFortyTwo, and a special guest, the MiddleAgedStream. We're going to get to these fucks in just a hot second. We also featuring Leroy Jenkins, the pussy. How you doing, buddy? Hello. You look kind of angry. Oh, but you want the pets. Oh, you do. Real quick, if you guys want to help support the show, ask a question or anything along those lines, feel free to leave a feedback. I'm sorry. You're distracting me, cat. Get out of here. Feel free to leave a review of the podcast on iTunes, or feel free to send in an email to crocs@Naaackers.com. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, what we're going to do is go around the room, introduce you to all of the guests that we have here tonight. So, SaltySam, starting with you, my friend.
My name is SaltySam. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the SaltySam and on Instagram at SaltyAllDay.
Jimmy.
Milky.
Yeah. Moose over there and a jar of something over here. So what do you think this is?
What? My name is Jimmy, aka the MiddleAgedStream. You can find me on Twitch at the MiddleAgedStream, or on also on the Instagram there, which I just got. I'm trying to learn Instagram, and then on Twitter at MiddleAgedStream.
What up, guys? I'm a moose.
Yeah.
You can find me at Moose on Instagram. No. My name is MrFortyTwo. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitch at MrFortyTwo, and also on Twitter at MrFortyTwo TV.
Yeah. Real quick. Good bowler. His name is actually Leroy Brown. That was the name that was given to him before I got him, but I wanted to change it because what kind of psychopath keeps the pet's name from the person that originally had them? Nobody. So I just changed it to Leroy Jenkins.
He's mine.
He's fucking mine now, and he's a WoW meme lord. What are we drinking tonight, fellas?
I am double fisting a Sam Adams Black Lager and a Flying Dog Blood Orange IPA.
Damn.
How orangey is it, or is it pretty mild when it comes to fruity flavor?
It's definitely a whole lot more of an ale than it is like a fruity beer. Like
Okay.
It's still super hoppy for being a flavored beer.
All right. Jimmy, what about you, man?
I am drinking a seasonal Shiner Holiday Cheer that it has. Let me just read the label. Happy holidays from the Little Brewery in Shiner, Texas. We hope you enjoy your Shiner Cheer, an old world Dunkelweizen brewed with Texas peaches and roasted pecans.
That sounds
It's good.
delicious.
It really is.
I don't think I've ever had a beer with pecans in it.
It's tasty. I
Hot
get it every year.
pecans.
Very good. Very good.
I got a Stella. That is what I'm bombing tonight.
Do you think Stella smells like weed?
We already talked about this.
I think I brought it up like 5 times on this podcast.
I do
already.
actually now, though. Now
You
that
do?
mention- Yeah, but it's only when you open up. I find it's only when you open the bottles. Like right when you open the bottle, I can smell it then. But like when it's in a glass, like I have it, I don't smell it. It's just like as soon as you crack it open, I can get that whiff of it.
Like the beginning of a hot stank fart. It's like the first stench is always a little bit different, and then you get into the wafting, and it tastes great.
Delicious.
All right. Well, myself, I am drinking a White Russian, one of my all-time favorites that I've never I haven't bought the things to make a White Russian at home, and also whenever I'm trying to say the name of the drink, I always say White Russian because I can't I'm trying to say it fast. I never buy the ingredients in order to make these, but we were just at the liquor store the other day, and again trying to stop drinking beer. What are some of the drinks that I really like that I would like to drink. I mean, this is probably so goddamn unhealthy compared to. It's probably worse than beer. I'm going to guess that a White Russian is worse for you than beer. But
Worse?
yeah, like calorie wise,
What's in it?
It's just milk.
two
Right?
shot. Well, it's supposed to be a shot of vodka, a shot of Kahlua, and cream. But 2 shots, that's already 200 calories. And I'm pretty sure Kahlua is more than 100 calories per
I
shot.
think anything creamy is
Right.
gonna be up there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and then
have to
of
Google
course
this.
you got the hot milk because you got to drink your White Russians hot, you know. But
That sounds so gross.
I'm just kidding.
I've
It's
never had
cold.
one, but
No, it's dude. It tastes like alcoholic chocolate milk. It's really good. And then yeah, cream, so like half and half. So I'm gonna guess that it's worse than a beer, but I'm still like in my head, I'm still doing better than drinking a beer, which is the absolute wrong way to think about this. But all right, getting healthy is transition phase, right?
That's right.
Right.
It's not that bad, dude. It's 257 calories
For
for one White Russian cocktail, according to my friend Mr. Google.
okay, well, I have 2 shots of vodka, and so that's
Okay, so you bump it up a little
350.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are rookie numbers. We got to pump
know.
up them numbers.
Just bump it up a little bit.
Yeah, all right, we'll go. It's healthy. It's milk. It's from a moose. It'll be fine. All right. So as far as what the fuck we've been up to, both gaming and non-gaming, Salty Sam, what you been up to, dude?
I've actually been pretty busy. I know you're going to talk about it as well, but last weekend, it was last weekend. Seems like no time has passed, but 1,000 years has passed.
Yes, agreed.
So out of nowhere, RLCS was announced to be in DC this year a couple months ago. So, of course, anybody that watches this channel knows they've pretty much funded Naaackers' trip down to the DC area. So he ended up staying over at Van's house, which is like literally 2 turns away from my house. We went to RLCS and had a great time. Got this sweet hat. It's probably the most comfortable hat I've ever owned, which it should be for $30.
Right.
And had a fucking blast. I only got to go Friday and Sunday because Saturday my wife had some things going on, so I was watching my son. But luckily enough that since they were staying through the weekend, they came back Saturday. My wife came home from her thing, and we got to have a few drinks out in the shop. Ended up getting everybody hungover for Sunday morning. Like, we all felt like garbage. We're like walking into a Wawa, which for those of you that don't know, it's a giant convenience store that has like made to order food and breakfast sandwiches and donuts. It's like a big ass 7-Eleven.
So good.
And we just literally walked in there, shoveled as much garbage ass food into our hands and like Gatorades that we could carry. And then we got in my truck and drove up Sunday for the championship. That was awesome. I've played a little bit of Fortnite PvE. I've been getting on my computer and trying to knock some shit out, productive stuff out. And when I take breaks from that, I've been trying to kill some fucking zombie monster things. Then I offloaded like 80 something gigabytes of video footage from building that cabinet.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I filled a 64 gig card 1.5 times.
Are you shooting in 4K?
No, it's just that's how fucking long it took to build that cabinet.
Fair enough.
And so I unloaded all that. I've been trying to sort through that and see what's BS and what's not. Me and Vans the other day picked up a shitload of free cabinets from our mom's work. They were getting ready to like renovate this conference room. So there was like a sidebar of cabinets that went along the entire length of the room. And they just wanted them gone. I didn't have to pay shit for them. I got the cabinets and the countertops that were on them for free. And we got them all loaded up and back to my shop. And there's 6 of them, 4 of which are going to become my new rolling workbench assembly table. Just going to take 2 pairs back to back, put 4-inch casters underneath them, and make another top to go on top because I don't think that countertop's worth a fuck. It's like a piece of junk laminate countertop, and I'm just gonna beat the snot out of it. So
From Lowe's.
probably just make one, and then I've got that in the works. I'm still working on insulating and sheathing the rest of my garage this winter. Depending on how cold it is, I don't really feel like buying firewood in order to fucking work on shit that could be done in the spring. And then I'm planning on making a bunch of shit for family members this Christmas as opposed to going out and just gift carding like I've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years. Because I hate the holidays and I can never think, like, there's so many people to buy for.
Oh, yeah.
Like my parents were divorced and remarried. Her parents were divorced and remarried. There's like 5 sets of grandparents. There's great grandparent. Like it's fucking insane at our house. So
Uber gift cards for everyone.
Yeah.
Amazon, Lowe's. But this year tomorrow I'm gonna go buy the shit I need to buy to make that workbench. And then I'm gonna use said workbench to build probably close to 10 big cutting boards. I've been working on a new design that's going to be a lot cheaper than the first one I did. That was like checkerboard, all kinds of crazy expensive wood. But we've got a shitload of Amish lumber mills around us that you can literally buy like a 6x6 by 24 foot post for like fucking $10.
Do you get your
normally
firewood
cost like 100
from the Amish as well?
No.
No,
there's a shitload of there's a shitload of guys that have like tree services that cut down trees around me that literally that's what they do with the trees they cut down. So
Roger. Okay.
I can get a fucking dump truck load of wood for like $100.
Jeez.
What?
Yeah,
dude, firewood
You're talking
is
about
fucking...
an area that's not fucking cold like it is where you're at. So
Does
like,
it really not get that cold for you?
If we hit 0 last year, I would be surprised.
I'm not a smart person. However, I would think that Maryland, was seeing how much snow that you guys got compared to us, you would get as cold as we do.
I think it's just we're mid-Atlantic, and then we have the Appalachian Mountains right to the west of us, where we're at in Maryland. So it's like any big weather, 9 times out of 10 is going to miss us, other than fucking hurricanes. But that's not that big a deal this far north.
We hit Wawa on our way out as well, and just pretty much got the same shit. That was a great that bagel sandwich that I got is better than any menu item at Tim Hortons. Like
I agree.
Yeah, I fucking said it. Tim Hortons food sucks dick.
How dare you?
And the people who make the food suck ass. Did anyone see the picture of the sandwich that I posted in my Discord? Of that Tim Hortons, I got a fucking panini. You can't call a panini Wonder Bread with grill marks. It's not a fucking panini. You need panini bread. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure I just saw a solitary tear coming out of the corner of that moose's eye just now.
Yeah,
just streaming down his face.
I'm so sad. Now, their coffee, on the other hand, coffee is absolutely fantastic. Their food. Trash. Canadians.
You know what? I will agree with you there. Even though I
Okay.
love Timmy's.
Thank God, because
it is pretty bad.
if they put just like a little bit of effort into preparing the food, it would be good. But they care so fucking little about the food that it's just always shit. And like bagels, I would say out of the past 50 times I've gotten a Tim Hortons bagel, twice the bagel has been soft. And
I will
stale.
say too, I don't know if it's the same down in the States, but the company that owns Burger King bought out Timmy's not too long ago.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're kind of under that same thing now, which is like, is it really Canadian now?
It ain't, homie.
I mean, Burger King's
It's
probably not
still in my heart.
American, so
You know what's funny though is the Burger Kings in Windsor actually serve poutine as a side.
I mean, they serve all kinds of crazy shit in Japan, McDonald's and stuff.
This is true. And yeah, they've even got those McDonald's that serve lobster rolls I don't think that's like nationwide or anything.
No, that's a Northeast thing for sure.
Well, I don't have a dog in this hunt at all because I've never eaten at a Tim Hortons. So
You've
The
never
only
eaten
time I
at
ever
a
did was
Timmy's?
when we were in Michigan
they
for
don't
the
have 'em down here.
PSN LAN.
they don't have them down here in the South. I've never seen one.
They don't
Unless-
have them here either.
Yeah, they're
I
not.
just know my one food
Right.
experience with Timmy's was when we had the LAN party in Ann Arbor. And number one, all we got was a coffee and 2 sandwiches, and it took like 25 minutes. And then when we got the shit, it literally looked as if they just took their hand and slid it down the edge of the counter into the fucking bag of all the ingredients. You couldn't have thrown that sandwich in a fucking blender and made more of a mess in that wrapper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's all of their food. That's all of it. What's the pull for you for Fortnite PvE? Why do you enjoy playing that game? I'm genuinely curious. Why do you like PvE Fortnite?
I don't know. I mean, number one, it's something you can do by yourself and still play with people online. Like it's a matchmaking game still, and it's you get parties up to 4 just like in the battle royale, and I don't know, it's just a grindy game just like everything else I like to play. So you spend 80% of the fucking missions just looting shit in order to get materials to build guns, and all the guns have depreciation over time, so you have to keep rebuilding shit and repairing stuff. And
Okay.
you have to make your own bullets, or you just have to use melee weapons all the time, which is a giant pain in the ass. But it's short matches. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could play a mission in like less than 10 minutes probably,
Oh, okay.
if you were already looted up. But the people you play with get all pissed off because they wanted to loot around, and I'm just like, fuck you, start the timer.
Let's go. I think I'll try and pick it up eventually. It's just I just don't have a desire to right now.
Yeah, I got it when it was like 40% off, so it didn't cost shit.
Okay. All right. Anything else for
That's
you,
it
Salty?
for me.
All right.
That's everything.
Jimmy, what up with you, bitch?
What up, bitch? It's like the end of my busiest time of year because it just finished football season. And for those of you that don't know, my job, I'm a high school teacher. I also coach football and soccer, and I live in Texas, and it's at like the 6A classifications, like the largest classifications of high schools. And so it's a really busy time for me during football season. I pretty much from about, the middle of August until we finished up, just last week. So, middle of November, I work 7 days a week. So it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of time, but it's nice now that it's, and I love coaching. It's great, but I'm also feel glad to be able to take a step back, and so that's done. So I've been trying to pretty much as soon as football season ended, been like binge watching shows, and we've gone to the movies. Like I went and saw, I did see Justice League today. Of course, I'm not going to spoil anything. But it was good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. So for those of you that were on the fence, definitely way better than Batman, Superman. I will say that for sure.
Okay.
But it was good. And what's else? Stranger Things 2. I finished that up the other night, and excellent. It was weird to me to watch a show, and again, I won't spoil anything, but I thought it was just as good, if not better, than the first season. And for a sequel season to do that, I was impressed. And I was very satisfied with the ending to the season, and it was good. And then, ironically, now next week I go into my next sport. We start soccer season next week.
Oh my God, Jimmy!
But I mean, it's no big deal because it's just tryouts and then practices in the morning. Like we don't have any games till like the end of December, beginning of January, so it's just practice.
Okay.
And soccer, aside from the first couple weeks of the season when we have tournaments, like I don't work on the weekend, so soccer is not nearly as much of a time commitment as football is. So the only thing that sucks about soccer is soccer season down here in Texas is like during the winter time, which it's not like as cold as it is up where you guys are, but it's still not pleasant sometimes. And you're out in games and practice when like it's rainy and wet and just cold, and that's
What temperature is not pleasant?
here, like in the 30s.
Okay. Okay, I was about to say that's pretty fucking cold if you're used to heat.
Yeah, it gets in the 30s, and sometimes even it gets below freezing here. I mean, and when you're out trying to freaking coach a bunch of teenage girls playing soccer, they're not exactly in the best mood.
Right. Right.
Yeah, but no, so that's starting up, and then non-gaming stuff. So here's a funny story if I got a second. So
yeah, real quick, I just have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have a plethora of cliche soccer moms? Like the can I speak to a manager mom haircut kind of soccer moms?
There are some, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there really are. But they're not too bad, honestly. I mean, usually, I don't know.
You do it for high school or for soccer, or do you do it for rec leagues? That's
no,
why.
I do it for high school. For rec leagues and like younger kids, they're a lot worse.
Yeah.
I played soccer for 12 years, and I played all the way up through high school.
Mm-hmm.
And that was and I used to referee soccer as a kid too, because you could get that job when you're like 12 years old and make money.
Yeah.
And I did that until I was 18, and rec league soccer is a different fucking animal.
Mm-hmm.
Those parents are drunk on the sideline.
That was going to be my next question. Yeah.
Yeah. You speak the truth. And in high school games too, like there's parents that are friggin' hammered drinking and yelling because, you're out there in the cold and they come into the stadium and they got like their cup that's like filled with booze, even though they're not supposed to bring them in. But like, there's like, it's not like a football game where we've got thousands of people. There's like maybe 100 to 200 people at most soccer games. They don't have much security. They don't really give a shit. So if mom comes in with her freaking tumbler full of vodka, you know what I mean? No one's going to say shit.
Yeah, no one's going to go up to like, pun intended, a middle-aged female and tell her she can't have her vodka. It's just not going to fucking happen. She will cut your nuts off.
You don't want to do it.
No.
You don't want to do it.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead with you said you had a story?
Oh, so I'm usually pretty laid back, like, and most of the coaches I work with, this is related to football. So this is like about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I usually stay mostly drama free. I'm pretty laid back at work. I'm even one of the coaches. I don't really yell a lot, just because I'm like, it's not me. But it was at practice. I got into it with another coach at practice. It almost came to a fight. Like at football practice a few weeks ago. It was crazy. Like I hadn't even, it was weird. So what happened was, it was the freshman practice because we practiced separately from like the JV varsity, and he's the O-line coach at our high school. And I'm a secondary coach. Like I coach the corners and safeties, and we were doing 7-on-7 drills, which is where like the receivers go up against the secondary and whatever. Well, he was practicing in the back of the end zone, and that's where we're throwing footballs and everything else, and he didn't move out of the way. And so of course the quarterbacks, they're throwing routes to receivers, and like the receivers are running through his drills and everything else, and he's just getting pissed off and like throwing hands. And I'm like, dude, it's on the schedule. You got to move out of the end zone. You know what we're doing during this time period. And he starts storming, and I hear him just dropping F-bombs and like staring at me and saying, like, what the fuck, and I'm like, and at that point I just had enough. I was like, Coach, you got something to say to me? Let's come, and he's like, you heard what I said. I was like, no, actually I didn't. So I went over to him, and then he goes up to me. He's like, if you call me out like that again, I'm going to fucking punch you right in your face. I'm like, it's like, what the hell are you talking? Anyway, long story short, it escalated. Like I tried to like let it go. And then like, he tried to like corner me in the coach's office again and like turn into a shouting match, and like another coach got in between. I'm like, this is the dumbest shit ever, man. Really, dude? Yeah. Anyway, long story short, like we didn't talk for like 2 weeks until finally, I was just like, man, I got to get this water under the bridge. And I went up to him, I was like, look, man, I'm sorry that whatever it was I said upset you, but we got to let this go. And he was, he was cool afterwards. And he's like, I'm real sorry, blah, blah, blah. He took all the blame with the head coach because the head coach got all pissed off about it,
Oh, yeah.
And, but it all worked out in the end.
He probably went home that night, fucked his wife, and was like, damn, I just really needed to bust a nut, didn't I?
That's probably what happened. That's probably what happened.
There's a little bit up in there.
Just a little work drama. But that's over now. I'm on vacation. I've been playing games. I've bought a lot of new games lately. I bought the new South Park game, which I've been playing and streaming. I know you're gonna hate me, but I did buy Battlefront 2 because I'm a Star Wars whore, and shame. You can shame me all you want.
Shame.
Get up. Okay, yep. I know.
Shame.
I've actually been watching you play it.
Hey,
'Cause
look.
I'm not gonna buy it, so I'll watch you play it.
See, I got Star Wars. I like half my wardrobe has Star Wars on it, guys. Look at my wall. Okay, I'm a whore, and I accept that. Okay.
Next, you're going to tell me you bought a Razer webcam.
Yeah, it may be soon. And then I bought, because it was on sale, I bought Wolfenstein 2. It was only $30, and that game just came out like a month ago.
Is
So
it
I
really
was
$30
like-
right now?
Yeah, on Xbox Live.
Ugh.
Yeah,
What?
well,
Hey, why are you buying games on console?
because I don't have a fucking fancy ass 2 PC setup like some fucking people do.
Do you know how much you can get a child for on the black market? Make sacrifices, Jimmy. That's
So-
fair.
Yeah, and so I bought that Cuphead, which I still haven't beat, but I'll probably try and finish that over my the next month. Mario Odyssey, which I started playing, which is amazing. Oh my god, it's so much fun. I finished the Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy, which was it was very meh. It was not one of the Telltales that I enjoyed the most, but I was satisfied with the last episode for the most part, so there's that.
Okay.
The Mario Rabbids game I've been playing too on the Switch, which is a whole lot of fun. And then, oh my god, big surprise, indie game on the Switch called Golf Story.
Yeah.
Dude, it is awesome, man.
Future
Like-
Man's been playing that.
It is so much fun, and I can't explain it, but like I've been playing, and that's been off stream. I've been playing that all off stream. Been taking like little breaks at work, at school. Bring my Switch to school. Like on my conference.
Yeah.
And
This is
and
my
then-
time. God damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And then the only PC game I've been playing, just again, I haven't been streaming it, but the XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. I mean, that is the DLC for XCOM, which is awesome. So, but yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Might I say, Super Mario Galaxy streamed looks fucking gorgeous. That game is smooth, bright,
Odyssey?
Oh yeah,
You mean Odyssey or Galaxy?
yeah. Odyssey.
Or both.
Did I say Galaxy?
Mhm.
I'm an idiot.
I mean, Galaxy
Odyssey.
looks gorgeous too. so
Yeah.
it still
No,
holds
but
up.
watching people stream that game, 60 FPS, that game looks fucking nice. I cannot wait to play that.
It's really fun, man. It's. I said that honestly, Breath of the Wild was worth getting a Switch for, and that was my game of the year. I have a feeling by the end of the time I'm done beating Mario Odyssey, it may be my game of the year. I mean, it is so good.
Really?
I can't believe it. I can't remember the last time. I don't think ever as an adult that 2 Nintendo titles were up for my game of the year, but they are right now. I mean, they are just that fucking good. They're both, and what's cool about Mario Odyssey, if you guys, and I know you have, and you guys have grown up playing some Mario games, but there's so many neat little throwbacks to a lot of the other Mario games throughout the series, and all this cool stuff that's like, it genuinely just makes you smile. Like when you play it, I found myself just smiling, while I was playing the game. It's really joyful. So, definitely worth getting a Switch for those 2 games alone.
I just got my Wii U hooked up to my streaming PC like a week or so ago when I realized that I could purchase Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on the digital store for Wii U. So as soon as I get through a couple more PC titles, I'm going to be streaming those because I've never played any Super Mario Galaxies. So I'm
you're in for
pretty-
a treat.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty
It'll
fucking
change your
excited.
life.
Yeah, I'm
They're
excited.
damn good, man. Both of them.
All right. Shit, man. It's crazy because I feel like I was just talking to you in my backyard over a couple beers, talking about how you were about to get started with football season, and now it's fucking over.
Yeah.
And that meetup was already 5 months ago
I know.
in Michigan.
Time flies, man.
Ridiculous.
You're busy as fuck.
This is true. This is very true. All right, Mr. 40 Moose, what up with you?
Well, just been out trying to find me a good old cow to rear end. It's tough goings out here. I mean, look at that testicle sack below my chin there.
Oh my god, tough fucking going in Sicamous, Canada.
Yeah. So pretty much non-gaming wise since the last podcast, not a whole lot. Been on call with work the week after that last one, so pretty much did absolutely butt fuck nothing that whole week. Spent money as I always do when I'm on call, just buying games, trying to keep myself entertained. Other than that, just been trying to get myself prepared for snowboard season. I got my board. I got all the gear all together. I'm gonna do like a little snowboard waxing session in my garage one night here soon. It's like one of my favorite things to do is just throw some good music on, get the board and everything set out, and do a little waxing.
Is that where you like heat up? Do you actually heat up the wax at all or do you just rub it?
Well, I have like an iron, so you basically just like melt the wax onto the board, and then just kind of smear it out that way. I still have to watch YouTube videos to do it properly, but
Do you put something to protect the actual metal part of the iron, or you just right fucking on it?
no, you could the one like the iron that I have, you can just do it straight onto the board.
Okay.
You can just drip it straight on, pretty much. Just melt it's all pretty generic stuff, so it's pretty easy to do.
Okay.
Yeah, just been planning for snowboard trips since it's winter now. Pretty much just been doing that. Gaming wise, pretty much the normal stuff again for me. Been doing a lot of Rocket League over the last couple weeks. A lot of Minecraft on the HTC Vive, which is still a blast. Picked up Destiny 2, so I've been playing a bit of that with some of the local friends. Mostly Cal Nohe, me and him have been playing through it a bit. It's all right. Other than I was telling him last night when we were playing it, other than the nice friendship time I get with him, I don't think I really care for that game too much anymore.
Really?
It's just it's the same game. I'm just playing Destiny 1.5. And I mean, I haven't even got to the top level in the game yet, but it's just nothing in that game has wowed me yet, other than some of the cool cinematics. But
I don't think anybody is wowed by that game. I mean, nowadays, when I go to my following page on Twitch, nobody's playing Destiny.
No, and I knew it was gonna be that way too.
I just, for one, I don't think that game is a streaming game whatsoever. I think the people that built communities off of Destiny and who are already, seeded into that community probably have a good chance of having high viewership numbers. But it's only been a month or two, if that, and nobody's playing that game anymore, which is it sucks. But at the same time, I kind of thought that was going to happen anyways.
We were doing, I don't know if anyone who has played it, they do these things in the game called strikes, and they're almost kind of like mini dungeons in a sort. It's basically just if you queue up for it, it's basically just a run through of a certain area, and then when you get done you beat this big boss, and then when you're done that, if you queue back up for it again, I'm pretty sure it's just the same thing over and over, but you can get, I don't know if you can get different gear from it each time or whatever.
Okay.
But we were doing that, and you queue up, and it's 3 people, right? It's 3 people that you do the raid with or do that dungeon with. And so it was me, Cal Nohe, and then we got a rando guy, and the rando was max level, and he was just fucking we couldn't voice chat with him. But he you could just tell from his body movement, because we were just kind of watching him. He knew exactly what to do. He knew exactly where to go. He killed everybody right when they showed up. there was one point where he was like motioning to where we were, or where he was standing, and we basically ran over to where he was, and he just did like a couple little jumps, and we skipped like half the thing.
Oh.
And I was like, man, is this really how this is gonna be? Like every time we go to play one of these?
Do you have to queue up with other people for those?
I think for those, yeah.
Oh, the strikes? Okay.
Yeah, I think
it
for
would
the
make
strikes.
sense if they had some sort of fucking leveling system where it would just keep everybody around the same level instead of putting people that are maxed out with you.
Right. And that was actually like one of my my main not a gripe but concerns was like, okay, if I don't buy this game at the same time that the friends I want to play with buy the game, am I gonna have a good time playing with them when they're 20 levels higher than I am?
And even then too, like the campaign is, it's so hard to call it a campaign, because like you do have to go to specific areas, right, and do specific things, but all you're doing is going to specific areas and shooting different looking guys. It's not like there's like, there's a bit of a storyline to it, but I already completely am lost in that storyline in that game, because it's so over my head, like just some of the stuff that they're talking about, and then with like how they talk about a lot of stuff during the combat, so you're like paying half attention to it.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I've not really been too hyped with it. It's been fun. I'm really happy that it's on PC, because I've been able to play Destiny. Like I did enjoy the gameplay in Destiny, and like the shooting, and just like the general how the heroes have their abilities and all that stuff, but it's a little bit more fun now that it's on PC, because at least I have the control of a mouse and keyboard to actually play it with, and the graphics are a lot better. But yeah, other than that, I could do without it.
I'm sad to say that I don't think I'm gonna be buying it.
I wouldn't if I were you, unless you see it on a really good deal. And like it's easy enough for me to start, like if you and I wanted to play, it's easy enough for me to start a brand new guy over.
Right.
But then it's just another one of those things where it's like, okay, well now I'm just going to be playing through the exact same campaign. There's no different to it other than I'm going to be playing a different character. You still get to use the exact same guns. The characters, it doesn't matter what guns you use. The characters are all the same. They just have different abilities.
Right. Yeah, and like I was telling myself that it was going to be an off-stream game for me. First of all, there's only 2 nights in a week that I'm not streaming, and both of those nights are usually spent, off the computer with the girlfriend.
Holy shit! Hold on, are you streaming 5 nights a week?
Yeah, so I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Damn, dude!
4 days in a row every week. Now, Fridays are usually hit and miss. Friday's like party night. It's never on the schedule, but like if me and Weenie are feeling up to it, we'll do it. So I would say like most of the time, Fridays are probably done like 60% of the time. But yeah, five times a week.
Wow.
So and yeah, so I'm like, I'm not gonna stamina. It took a second to get to my brain. When I think about a game,
good job.
When I think about a game that I want to play off stream in those like 8 hours a week that I have, I'm not thinking about Destiny 2. I'm just not.
No.
So it just sucks to say out loud, because I was not hyping it up, but secretly getting hyped for it because I did want to play it.
Well, and I remember when it was kind of getting first announced too, like they were talking about how, if you're going to want to get into the really competitive scene in PvP, you got to play on PC, because that's where all the more skilled players are going to be playing compared to console. But take this from me, I don't know exactly if I've gotten into the full of the PvP yet. I have played it a lot, but I don't think there's any, like, you can't pick what game mode you play. You just basically like, I want to queue up for PvP, and it's basically like you're either queuing for competitive or non-competitive. And when you queue up for non-competitive, that's the only one I've done, you don't get to pick what game mode you play. So it's either, and you don't get to pick a map either, which I mean, that's depending on the game, that's what most games do. But it's kind of annoying when you're like, you know what, I just want to do like a team deathmatch, and you queue up, No, you got to play territories. Oh no, now you got to play this weird fucking game mode where if you kill someone, they drop a little orb. You got to go pick up that orb to get your team a point, even though you got that kill.
Confirmed kills.
Yeah, but if your enemy picks up their teammate's orb, you don't get the kill for it.
Huh.
So you could have like 4 enemies in a hallway, and one of the guys hides around the corner to the back of the hallway. If you mow down the hallway and kill all 3 of those guys, if their last teammate comes running down the hallway and swoops up all those orbs, you don't get any of those kills.
That sounds bullshit.
It's such an infuriating game.
How is that supposed to be a fucking competitive game? Cat!
I think it's just supposed to be like if you gotta kind of stick together, right? Because if you die by one of your teammates, then your teammate can pick it up.
I just don't understand, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't see how that a developer would put that in and think to themselves, "Yeah, this is going to be awesome."
Right.
You know?
I mean, I think there's certain people that would enjoy that kind of game type, but
There's old games that used to do that. Didn't what was it, Halo 2? Didn't they used to have a confirmed kills mode? I know Modern Warfare 3 had one where you had to go pick up the
Halo
tags.
ever did. No,
I didn't play that shit. I mean, I played those games, but I didn't play that game mode. That's not where all the fun was at.
I mean the closest thing I think Halo had to it was like Oddball, like where the player had to be holding the ball and they couldn't shoot back, but you had to kill them to drop the ball, and then you have to pick it up and
I
yada
hated
yada.
that fucking game mode.
Dude, I was so good at it. I was such a fucking slippery bastard. I could grab that thing and then run around the map, and
It's hard to tackle a moose.
yeah.
Now, what I will say is that Destiny 2 currently has 9,000 people watching, which is more than Dead by Daylight. It's more than Battlefront. It's more than Rainbow Six Siege. So people are playing. Also, Penn and Teller Smoke and Mirrors currently has 4,000 viewers.
Nice.
But I just don't know. It's so fucking boring to watch. It's so goddamn boring, and I don't know how people do it. So it's got to be one of those things where viewers are there for the streamer and not for the game, because I don't see, like, to think of any other game. It's so monotonous. Like, where is like the high point in a Destiny stream? I've never seen one.
I think the thing that makes Destiny a little bit more popular with some people is that it's got that MMO feel to it, where you're constantly trying to upgrade your gear,
Grinding.
So yeah, and it's like, you know, as people see their light level is what they call it, other than your actual character level. The more you see your light level going up and up and up and up and up, it's a little addicting, right? You wanna start getting more gear. You want to start getting the best stuff in the game.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say that they did better was I don't know if it's character customization, because I don't remember what all they had in Destiny 1, but I've been seeing a couple of the people who have gotten pretty far in the game and like gotten a lot of high level gear. Characters look amazing when they have really good gear on.
And that's another thing to grab people is all the cosmetics.
Yeah. And I can't remember if that game is supposed to
PC,
be. Yeah, it looks really nice on PC. I can't remember whether or not they have free DLC or if it's paid. Something I didn't look into.
Salty, what are you eating? You're making me hungry.
I'm sorry.
Nuts?
There's like a whole bucket of cashews in front of me.
whole bunch of nuts.
No,
Been sucking down nuts all day.
Keep eating. I was just like, this man is eating something delicious. And of course, it's nuts.
I ate like a whole fistful of them before we started the podcast, and I told Jimmy, I was like, I got to put these the fuck away because. And so I like set them out of arm's reach, and then they just migrated back right under my mic.
I'm gonna
Used
have to
the
get a
force.
snack here in a second because I've been watching you stuff your face with those fucking nuts.
I'm
Now
sorry.
like, fuck, I need something.
I need nuts.
Whole fist full of nuts. I'll put them away.
No, you're fine.
No,
I
no,
was-
dude.
I
I'm
was genuinely
serious. I'm
curious.
gonna go get some shit. Don't feel bad.
There might be a handful left.
I'm not trying to pressure you at all.
It's gone. It's gone.
Anything else for you, 42?
Yeah, other than that, just been playing a little bit of Overwatch 2. They came out with that new hero, Moira. Holy fuck. She is just like, she zaps people to death.
Did they get rid of Ana?
No. They
Okay.
got rid of anyone.
Okay, I saw on Twitter somebody say, I can't believe they got rid of Ana. Or
I
rip
think-
Ana or something.
Well, no, in this recent patch, they buffed her.
Ooh, I like buffs.
They're fucking nerfing the shit out of Mercy though.
I heard.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
was
every
playing-
update they've just been fucking her bad.
Every so I like we were playing a little bit last night too, and so you know how back when it first came out, Mercy, her ult is rezzing, right? Rezzes everybody that's dead. And then when they made the update to her, they made it so that her E is just like a single res. So she could pop a single res every 30 seconds, which was, it was all right. They were testing that. But now they've changed it again. So it literally will take her 2 seconds to cast the res, right? So like the character doesn't get res until 2 seconds has passed. It can be interrupted. So if you get hit by damage, which like there's fucking shit flying everywhere in that game all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Characters are dying. They're dying out in the middle of nowhere or out in the middle of the battleground. So for Mercy to come running over, let me just hit E. Okay, now wait 2 seconds. Now
And
you're
she
alive.
can't move either.
Yeah, she can't move when she's casting it, really. It's just like she's super fucking in the ground now. It's unfortunate. Anyway, yeah, we've been playing that a bunch. I still really enjoy that game. I don't play it competitively at all, but I just been playing a lot of the arcade modes. I really enjoy playing that game just like in a casual sense. And then I've been picking up the one VR shooter game that I played, Pavlov. It's kind of like a Counter-Strike VR game. I've been playing that a bunch more because I finally got it set up so that if I'm streaming a VR game now, I can actually mute my mic in OBS or mute my mic in game, so I'm not like hot micing to everybody in the game, but I can still talk to my stream, and then I can actually push to talk on my Vive controller.
Ooh.
To the rest of the game. So I was playing a bunch of Pavlov the other day, and it was super fun because I was able to like run around and like just talk to chat normally. And then if there was a guy standing right beside me, I could push the button on the controller and be like, "What do you see, man? What do you see?" And there was this one guy who was just like, he like took his sniper rifle and he just like looks at me and he's like, "This thing's broken. I can't pull the pin back." And I was like, "What do you want me to do about it?" And he just like throws the sniper rifle at me. Like, and then he pulls his pistol out and he's like, "I'm just gonna end this." And I was like, "Bro, we need you. And he's like, "No, I'm just gonna go over here." And then bam, he just shot himself. And I was like, "No."
What the is there any clips of this?
No, I don't think I was streaming that bit.
Oh.
I might have been. I'll have to look it up. I might have been.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what's the other shooter that you play for?
Onward.
Okay. Do you still play that a good bit?
I try to play it, yeah. It's tough. Like I said, that one's tough to play on stream just because now it's different because at least I don't have to mute myself in game. But that Onward, so many people take that game so seriously. It's insane.
I don't see how you can take a VR game that seriously. Like how serious can it be?
If you don't like you can preset your loadouts for each, like, so rifleman, specialist, auto rifle, all that stuff. You can preset all those. But depending on what map you play, it changes. Like if you have to change your loadout to include night vision, you got to redo pretty much the entire thing. And so sometimes when you join a lobby, people get really upset with you if you don't ready up right away because they figure that you should already have your thing preset.
You're on my time. Fucking ready up.
Yeah. And there's competitive lobbies too, so I just try to stay out of those.
There's no non-VR Onward, correct?
There's
it's strictly a VR game.
Yeah, it's just a VR game. It'd be a boring ass generic game if it was non-VR.
I updated your image on the podcast 42.
Oh god, what'd you do? Oh no. That's just gonna be playing in fucking repeat.
Yep,
Perfect.
Yep. You can thank Weenie for that one.
Perfect.
It's fucking great. If anybody doesn't know, that is from a Bob Ross stream, a charity stream 2 years ago now.
Well, yeah, something like that.
And that was your stream is ending dance.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, you have never ever cried laughing so hard in your entire fucking life.
Yeah. We we were just going through Van's Giphy Cat library of gifs that he has saved. And there's one of you drawing, and then you drew a dick without noticing.
Yeah.
And then you realized you drew a dick and completely broke character. It was fucking amazing.
I actually I plugged in I have a spare hard drive that I kept saving a whole bunch of all my streams to, because when I used to use OBS Classic to stream, I had it so it saved a local file of my streams every time I streamed. Yep. And the other day I got bored and I was like, oh fuck, there's a bunch of old streams on there. There's streams from there that are like back when I played DayZ. Like there's some old fucking streams on there. And I actually recently just got from Amazon, I got a new hard drive for my stream PC, so I'm going to start recording again when I'm streaming, just to try and, so I can have those to look back on, because I always forget to fucking save them on Twitch and, save them as highlights so they stay forever.
The only vodcast I approve of is a Mr. 40 Ross vodcast.
That might not be a bad idea.
I watch it.
I would watch it too.
Same.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen on Twitch. By far. I've never laughed so hard in my life.
I still would love to do another one someday, but I'll plan that.
Good man.
Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it.
All right. The only thing I just looked over at the GIF. The only thing worth mentioning that I've done in my life the past 2 weeks was going to Washington DC for RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series World Championship. Whoever thought of that fucking name is a moron and needs to think about it. Yeah, Salty's got the hat and everything. Real quick, before I get into that, I want to ask a really stupid question. And this is aimed at MiddleAgedStream. So your football fields, they are 100 yards, correct?
No, they're actually 120 yards because you got 10 yards of end zone also.
Okay. With that said, is your yard 1-to-1 scale to a yard of an NFL stadium?
Yes. The only thing that's different is the hash marks are different in high school and college and NFL.
Okay. Is that the same for most sports? Soccer fields, are those for the most part regulation, or basketball?
No, soccer's different.
Okay.
Depends on where you play. Basketball's there's regulation size courts.
Okay.
But
even that changes from age groups.
That's a shit ton of running for high school kids. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, they should. That's why I don't understand why they still let them use metal bats in high school baseball. Because if they go anywhere to fucking play baseball in college, they're going to use metal bats until the time they go to the fucking majors.
Right.
And they'll never use metal bats again.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I don't know what made me think of that, but I was like, I wonder if these fields are the same exact size as national football, but I guess it is.
They are. No, the stadiums aren't as big, but,
Yeah. Also, I didn't know that the end zones were 10 yards deep.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, real 10 yards deep. Oh, that's a pussy.
You want to know what else is 10 yards deep?
Yes.
42?
What?
I was going to let you answer that, 42.
What do I know that's 10 yards deep?
Well, you're a moose. Oh, no, sorry. You were a moose.
Yeah.
I was a moose.
Now you are a deceased artist. I'm sorry, deceased god. Fucking
yes, better.
A painting god. So yeah, went to Washington, D.C. for RLCS. It was my first, I would say this, it was my first legit esports experience. We watched the H1Z1 Invitational. By the way, did y'all motherfuckers hear that the person who placed second for the H1Z1 Invitational just got VAC banned for hacking?
No way.
That
Monster guy?
Yeah.
Wait.
I can't remember his name. We need to know the name.
Monster?
What band?
VAC banned. So
What is VAC banned?
That's the official ban that you get from Steam if you're caught cheating. And that stays on that account forever. That just doesn't go anywhere.
Wait, so that was like the Sunday stuff? Like the Sunday second place guy?
Yep, the guy who was on stage and took a trophy.
Yeah, Monster. I think that was his name.
Wait
Yep,
a minute. So what? Sorry, what does that mean exactly though? Like, does your account, like, you can't play games at all anymore, or what?
It depends on game to game. It pretty much guarantees you'll never play competitive for any sort of prize pool ever again.
I'll never play online games.
Yep. Oh, that's
90%
right.
of the time.
That's right. Yeah. So that too. It's pretty much you need to get a new Steam account if you want to play games online again.
Like you forfeit all the fucking games that are in that account, all that shit.
Damn.
If you make a new account and try to go competitive, and they find out that you just fucking went around the VAC ban, they'll just ban you again.
He got invited to Sweden for the tournament that was coming up and had that invitation fucking deleted. It was like, I remember we were sitting on the Futon last night. Weenie's in the chair. It's going like this. And then I just hear, guess what? And that story. And I was like, you know what? Doesn't fucking surprise me. And apparently, like, he came out with an apology admitting that he was a cheater, and of course was using I was using it in a non-competitive way.
Oh, for Christ.
Yeah, dude, you done just fucked your whole life.
Was
you
it
were
like
playing
aimbotting?
wall hacks.
Oh.
You fucking had a career sitting in a fucking chair playing video games on the internet, and you fucked it up. You
Yeah, but
fucked
he
it
probably.
up.
This takes me back. This is just dwelling up old feelings of a certain game that we used to moderate, and how many fucking times I heard that same story of I was using it, I was playing with God mode, blah blah blah. No, motherfucker, you're a cheater. You've always been a cheater. You're always gonna be a cheater.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
I'm a Pete Rosette motherfucker. He's done.
I've never understood why people cheat playing multiplayer games. Like, I understand, like, if you want to throw in the code to get the fucking car in Age of Empires, or if you want to put in the code to get, like, you know, unlock all the weapons and go like 5 stars on Grand Theft Auto for like single player. If you're playing by yourself and you want to fuck around, I get it. But why would you do any type of cheating in a multiplayer game? It just blows my mind.
Yep.
Especially when that's your career.
Yeah. So
Just
fucking stupid.
Committed suicide in your career.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I was actually just reading up on it just now, and like they confirmed obviously you can't use these cheats at the tournament. So like the one that he played at TwitchCon wasn't cheating. So he clearly is a good player.
Right.
So the fact that he just took that whole career and just fucking shot it in the foot and walked away from it because he was just, and like, why would you use it on your personal account? I was just reading on there. It says that his fucking personal H1Z1 account got banned for it. It's like, fucking make yourself a goddamn secondary account like everybody else does.
Yeah, spoof the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Idiot. What a fucking idiot.
Wow.
So he's Daybreak officially banned him from any tournament. I mean, he's never going to be able to play again. Like, you're not only did you play in tournaments, you won money in tournaments that was broadcasted on live TV. Everybody knows your face. You're never going to be able to play a competitive game ever again, unless somebody's retarded and wants to bring you on their team.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make like a face-off reference, like John Travolta. Like, do that.
Unless you remove your face and put on Nicolas Cage's,
Put on someone else's face.
That's such a great fucking movie. I love that movie.
It was. Every time I see it on TV, I'll stop and watch it.
You know what I'm saying, 42?
What's that?
That's what I thought. Never fucking seen it. 42's seen maybe 5 movies in his life. Although
I just saw Elf the other day.
You just saw Elf. Okay, you get some points.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
So yeah, RLCS. It was an event that was just for Rocket League. It was at the MGM Casino, which is no more than a year old, in Washington D.C. Everything about the event was fantastic. Getting to the event, traffic not bad at all. Place was easily findable. Security was quick. Every single staff member at that place was cheerful and nice and understanding. The event itself, the chairs, fucking inch worth of cushion in the chairs that were on the floor. I don't think I ran into a single mean person the entire weekend. Everybody was nice. Nobody was mean.
Wow.
I'd say the one downside, The only one thing I complain about is that the merch was a little expensive, just a little bit expensive, and maybe the food and drink was a little bit pricey. To give you an idea, a bag of Miss Vicky's salt and vinegar chips, a regular size Snickers, and a bottle of Fiji water was $19.
Damn.
For chips, candy bar, and
The
water.
booze was about right for most sporting events.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if I go to see a hockey game, I'm going to pay $9 a beer anyway.
how much were the shots of Patron?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah,
was a
those
lot.
are probably fucking crazy.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's $15 a shot.
Yeah. In
Those
fucking
Patron Silver, and they didn't want to drink tequila, so I bought them the best tequila that they had, so they couldn't deny it.
There you go. Smart man.
Yep. And it felt good.
It's a little more pricey than $3 shots of Fireball, let me just tell you.
Those Ann Arbor prices, dude. But yeah, I mean the production value was here's the other thing. The H1Z1 Invitational production value, like what it looked like. It looked fancy as fuck. They had a giant ring of computers, all the lights set up, but nothing was executed well. The audio was shit. They didn't have any epic light shows when shit was going down. The crowd was dead. Just such an underwhelming experience. But everything about the Rocket League tournament was fantastic. It was an amazing time watching Rocket League live with a bunch of other people that loved Rocket League was fantastic. Fucking with the commentators behind the desk was easily
Hilarious.
6 hours of entertainment. It was just an all-around great time.
Was it 6 hours?
A day? 6 hours a
Yeah,
day.
6 or
Did
7.
you guys
yeah.
stay there for 6 hours?
9 probably by the time you got there, I'm sorry, not 9.
The first day we got there at like 11:30, and we were out of there by 7.
But I would say travel time, we were gone 9
But like
hours
you didn't
every
sit in
single
those
day.
seats for 6 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, we did. We
Every
did
day.
100%
Oh, shit.
did.
Yeah, you obviously get up to pee and get drinks and shit like that, but no, you stay in those seats.
Sunday was probably our most active getting out of our seat day, but it's because we all were hungover and we all felt like shit. So we were constantly going to get more food and more water and more shit.
Yep.
But other than that, 42 just fucking posted that fucking clip of my brother and Naaackers.
I was laughing
Probably
so
the
hard.
funniest fucking thing I've ever seen on a live Twitch broadcast.
I will admit, at the end of the last day, I didn't want to watch any more Rocket League. 6 hours a day straight is a lot.
Well, I wouldn't even take it that far. It was just the last series that just broke my back, because other than that, it was an amazing day. The matches were great. They were all overtime, 7-game series matches where it just came down right to the wire, and then it was just a 4-game sweep in the finals. And that just fucking like took the wind out of my sails, because up until that point I was pretty hyped about it, and that's coming from somebody who really hasn't put a ton of time into Rocket League in the past year or so. But I thought I had a much better time than I thought I would.
Even Weenie, who has put maybe 20 hours total into Rocket League, unless she was lying, said she had a great time and enjoyed it very much. And I think Rocket League has that going for them. It's just like you can just walk into a sports stadium and you can just cheer for somebody.
Right. It's like the same thing if you go to a football game with your buddies and you don't give a fuck about the teams that are playing.
Right.
I'm a Redskins fan, so that's every time I go to a football game.
Hey, I'm a Lions fan. I understand. Okay.
And
yeah,
I was
go
going
ahead.
to mention too, like I know a lot of people were, I know I watched that final game, and I do agree that, I mean, obviously it was shitty that it wasn't a bit more competitive than it was, but I don't think they had anything wrong with the way that the brackets were placed. Like I feel like if you play well enough, as well as G-Force, that's the name, right? Gale Force?
Gale Force.
I
Winners.
was right. If you play as well as they do, and you can fucking buy your way all the way to the finals, and you get all that time to rest up and everything, if the other teams can't do that, then you deserve to sweep them in the finals.
Right.
And that's just coming from me. Like when I used to play paintball competitively, that's how it always worked with us too. If you didn't get that fucking first place bye to get to the finals, and you had to fucking fight your way into the finals, by the time the finals came, you were pooped. So you had to push even harder. And if you couldn't push harder, then you don't win.
Well, and that's just it. I would have been fine, and obviously they weren't going to win in a single series final. But if Method had fucking finished the first series and won, which more than likely because of how good Gale Force was playing, it would have had to fight the entire way to 7-game series. That would have been 20 fucking games before they hit the second series they'd have to play in order to beat them. I don't like that second round of finals bullshit.
Yeah.
You are the lower bracket finals champion. Now you're in the grand championship. You should only have to play one series. That's the only part about their bracket I don't like. But they still got shit on. They weren't going to win in a second series anyway.
See, but you got knocked out. I feel like you, in order to make up for that game,
and then beat every other motherfucker.
but you still got knocked out. That's
They
like,
played 13 games before the finals even started on the same day. In fucking 3 hours prior to that, they had played 13 fucking games.
see, at first,
And they still would have had to play another 14 games in order to win. It's just not feasible. Bracket reset is bullshit.
I don't feel bad for them because at the start of the season, everybody's in the same position. Everyone's got a 0-0 record. It just depends on how they play throughout the entire tournament going into it. Like I said, that's how tournaments work, right? I mean, there obviously could be better ways to run that so that they're not having to do so many, back-to-back games. But I'm a firm believer in, like, if you can play your way well enough into the upper brackets.
I agree. I liked the turnout. It was a great match. Like, Method killed it all fucking day long. It's just I don't like the double elimination for the final series. I'm fine with them having to beat every fucking team in their way all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
But you made it twice as many, 3 times as many, 4 times as many wins as the guy who's playing.
But what's worth more? A bunch of wins against other losers or a win against the good
you won
team?
against the same people that the guy you're playing won against. Plus
I don't
more.
know. I feel like the first game of the final double elimination, the first game that you're winning is the win you should have had at the beginning of the winner's bracket. And then the actual final is the actual match.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the person who goes winner's bracket all the way to the finals, they already have the advantage of rest. They already have the advantage of sitting on their ass all day long, studying the team that they're going to play all day long.
Shouldn't that be the reward of winning, though?
That is the reward. Rest.
Yeah.
Double fucking elimination series at the end of 27 games or whatever the fuck it was.
But Method, they could have been a little bit better if they would have not forced 5 and 7 game series every single time. Like, they fatigued themselves by doing that.
Oh, I guarantee it. They were fucking done by the end of the day.
Yeah. God,
as tired as the drunk guy who was sleeping behind you was. That fucking dude was shit-faced on Sunday. Like, from the moment I saw him in the morning, he was just gone. And then he went away for a while. He came back, sat down, and just blacked out for like 3 hours to the point where the fucking ushers were coming over and like asking if he was okay or if they should like call somebody because he was just like slumped over in his chair. I thought he was dead for a while.
That's because I told the people there to go remove him.
I
I
never asked if anyone, because I thought he was just super tired.
No, he was blackout drunk.
There were people sleeping, but he was definitely not sleeping by choice.
Yeah. Sono brought up a good point in chat. How is it fair for the lower bracket team to lose once and then win, and the upper bracket team lose once and be completely out? That's a very good point. I think if you make it all the way to the grand finals,
you shouldn't get a second chance. That's your chance.
That's what I think.
But then why does somebody who loses get a second chance?
Because they worked their fucking ass off.
But you got beat. You lost.
No, I know what you're getting at too. I just think I feel like if you can win your way in the upper bracket all the way into the finals, especially if they're gonna give the upper finals guys who win to get into the grand finals, if they get such a long break, like if they have to play through all the lower finals, all the lower shit before they get to the grand finals, if they get a long break during a live LAN tournament, then there shouldn't be a double elimination for them. It should be a single elimination at the end. That's it.
It's the grand finals.
It seems bullshit, but like if you're that good, you don't need the petty excuse of being able to.
I'm not making excuses for anybody in the live tournament we watched. I just don't particularly like double elimination final. I'm fine with the other shit all the way up. But
what if they did, I don't know if this exists, but what if lower bracket competed for second place? Like a guaranteed second place.
I mean, they kind of do. The loser in the semis from the winner's bracket.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Plays the winner from the loser's bracket. Whoever loses that match comes in third, and then it's first and second in the finals.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like, yeah. Have they always done double elim for RLCS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have? Okay.
Yeah, even for us when we were doing it.
That's right. Yeah, all the qualifiers were double elim too.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's the whole way through.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll have to. Ooh, what do you got? You got some nuts, dog? I thought those were cranberries at first.
Smokehouse almonds.
Consistent quality and great value.
All right. Moving along from what have you been up to? Oh, real quick, gaming wise, Rocket League, of course. Oh, other than RLCS, Rocket League. So the Vance Man showed us this awesome fucking Discord that is called Rocket League 6-Mans. And basically what they have is a Discord server where you input your you input your Steam username and it auto pulls your rank from Rocket League and assigns you a rank within the Discord. This is only for Diamond 1 and higher as far as rank goes. So you join the Discord, you enter your name, you enter your username or your URL, and they assign you a rank. And basically, it'll send you a PM when a 3v3 game is available in your rank. And you click a checkmark reaction in the PM, and it puts you in a queue. Seconds later, shoots you a username and a password, and then tells you what voice channel to join. And you are queuing with 5 other people that are around the same rank as you, and you're able to jump into a voice channel with your team. So it's basically solo standard, but you have the opportunity to get into Discord and play games, which is fucking awesome, if I might say. And I was able to do my first round of this today, actually, right before the podcast. So that's why we were a little late today, is because I joined a match thinking it was best out of 3, ended up being best out of 5. Whoops. And we forced game 5. So this is fucking awesome, because for those of you not aware of Rocket League in game, if you want to play by yourself, you have no voice comms whatsoever. You have to rely on quick chat. This Discord server has this crazy bot that automates all of this team creating and queuing and rank grabbing, and just sends you PMs when games are ready in your rank, which is fucking awesome. So I did that for the first time.
I'm kind of glad that it's higher ranks too.
Yep.
Like, it's not just anybody. It's not like a million fucking people in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic experience. I grouped with some interesting individuals today. That's all I will say. But it was just cool to jump into a game, have VoIP, be able to communicate, and just have a good time. And it was just people who were serious about the game and serious enough to look past the Rocket League in-game ranking, and to join a server to play up with other people who just want to be in VoIP. Shut the fuck up, Siri. So that was cool. Other than that, I've been playing a little bit of Fortnite, a little bit of Killing Floor 2. We did Killing Floor 2 and Battlefield 4 for Mod Appreciation Night. I think we talked about that on the last podcast, I believe. And then me and Whitney been playing a shit ton of Astroneer lately. That game is still so much fun. I absolutely love that game. If you have not played it and you're into like sandbox survival, definitely check out Astroneer. Got an amazing dev team behind them that update that game very frequently, and it's just all around good fun.
What if you're just into sandboxes?
Then go to the beach. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Moving on to gaming news and discussion. Motherfuckers, during the week, if you want to submit any gaming or streaming related news for us to possibly be discussing on the show, you can post links to the Crocs and Hot Pockets news channel in the Naaackers Discord. Ahmad will throw a Discord link in chat. And if the article warrants a discussion, we'll talk about it on the show. So I'd like to give a wholehearted thank you to Mr. Vansman, Matt Weenie, G for Greg, MrFortyTwo, and Sonder for posting articles in the news channel in Discord. And we actually had, I think for the first time ever, had a shit ton of really good discussion regarding the news articles. So like, even though we talk about these news articles on the show, I was flabbergasted and very happy to see all these people discussing the news articles in the Discord, giving their thoughts. You guys are more than fucking welcome to do that in the Discord if you want. So for those of you that posted articles and took the time to discuss it with your fellow peers, thank you very much. It was awesome. So the first thing is pretty much just just so you know that sub giveaways are officially live on Twitch. Wow, I am an idiot. Not only are sub giveaways live on Twitch, as in sub gifting, I was meaning to go in a completely different direction with this topic. So sub gifting is live on Twitch. However, stop highlighting in the script. I can't read it when it's highlighted. Jesus, Salty. So the reason we wanted to talk about sub giveaways is because somebody actually brought this up in Discord the other day, that sub only giveaways. So if you are a streamer and you're doing a giveaway to subs only, that is actually violating FTC guidelines, and you should not be doing them.
Wait. Are you talking about if you do it live on Twitch?
Period.
Period at all?
Yeah. Which,
wow.
Anything you have to pay into. So you could do donator only giveaways. I mean, everybody's done that in a community somewhere, or sub only giveaways. That's why you see so many people like, who's the last one I saw? I think Pineapples does it now, where instead of doing sub only or follower only giveaways, it's like, hey, follow me on Twitter and YouTube, and then they just draw a name out of the fucking hat.
Yep. In 90% of states in America, sub only giveaways is considered gambling. Is like, if you were to break it down, it's actually gambling, because you are
45 out of 50 states
ish. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
I honestly think, depending on how you read the law for the FTC, it's every state.
Yeah.
Just because you have to pay to play.
And the only legal way to do it is to purchase or to obtain a gambling license, if you want to do that, pretty much. So,
wow.
Yeah, and this is actually something that was brought up randomly. So, if you're doing sub giveaways, I mean, this is kind of along the same lines as playing copyrighted music on Twitch. Everybody does it, and not a lot of people are getting boned for it, so nobody's really worried. Yeah. But do you want to be the person that gets busted and banned? Because there are people who have gotten banned on Twitch permanently for doing sub only giveaways. Now these people were going beyond doing sub give. Like they were saying, hey, if you sub today, you're eligible for a giveaway. You have to sub today in order to be eligible for the giveaway. Whereas most of us just kind of do random sub giveaways for people that have been subbed for a while now.
Yeah.
So this is something to think about. Now, if you do a giveaway and you make it open to everybody, totally fine, as long as it's not restricted to the people that are paying money. But as soon as there's any sort of monetary value to an entry, it's considered gambling.
They also, in the law, what we were discussing it in the channel throughout the week, was in the law, it makes it seem as though, because a lot of people, what they did when it first started being an issue was giveaways, but they would have, the subs would have a better chance of winning. So like you might get 2 tickets in a raffle instead of 1.
Right.
And they were saying that even just the advantage gained by them paying you money is a violation of the FTC guidelines. So it's really weird. So just be careful. You don't want to be the one asshole that gets crucified by the FTC for doing something that's probably only worth like $10. It wouldn't even be worth going to court over, but
But
you
it's
never
like
know.
That's shitty.
I mean,
So it's the laws just aren't in the times for the fucking FTC. They're so far behind on all this shit.
Well, it's like, I mean, to give you an example, like most of the giveaways I've done, I usually just randomly announce them in Discord. I don't make a big deal. I don't label them in a stream or anything like that. Or, I've randomly given surprise ones in a stream just because I've got some, keys to give away, but I never put it in the title. I never advertise a giveaway. I just like to give it to people who are always there and hanging out. It's like, hey man, I got keys to a game. You guys want a free game? Here you go. You know what I mean? Thanks for hanging out with me on Twitch. And
I've done it too. I've given away a bajillion fucking games between the community and Twitch and everybody else's streams. I've probably given away 20 fucking games in the last 3 or 4 years. But
Yeah.
But the really only issue with it is if you have to pay to get into that giveaway, right? Like if you're giving it away for free to everybody who's involved, it doesn't matter.
If everybody has equal odds, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing about that too, where like people would do giveaways to everyone, but then they would make it so subs had a better chance. And I don't know, I'm assuming that falls into the same problem.
Yep. You are given an advantage based on money.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing with that is you could not announce that and make that change. There's probably no fucking way the FTC could prove that you gave subs a higher chance unless they're going to that add-in or that extensions provider and going into the server logs and looking at code.
But then you're just fucking turning into those CSGO guys too.
Right.
The CSGO Lotto guys where it's just like, hey, everybody, go to this place and enter this thing. And there's like, but the subs get a better chance.
Yeah. So it's like, do I be sleazy or do I not? And it kind of,
I'm not telling anybody to do anything. You're liable for your own decisions. But Discord roles and text channels that are restricted to certain Discord roles would probably be a fair bet for the near and future.
Right.
Yeah.
And the one thing that should make you think is back in 2014, Twitch made an edit to their terms of service, which pretty much said, we have nothing to do with giveaways at all. And so pretty much makes it so that if the FTC has a problem, they're going to come at you directly. They'll probably file a DMCA with Twitch, which will get you banned for violating those rules. But the FTC is coming straight to fucking you. And Twitch does not have any part of it. So that should tell you something, that if Twitch is like, hey, it's not us, you should probably be careful.
I mean, they're just CYA at that point.
Right.
That they have so many things in their terms of service that are just to cover their own ass.
Yep.
So that they can't get the shit suit out of them by like 13-year-olds' parents walking in the door and seeing some half-naked motherfucker dancing around on there.
That doesn't happen on this platform, Salty Sam.
Not anymore.
The IRL category is reserved for artists who are trying to perfect their craft. And tits! Speaking of tits, a couple more news articles on... So, basically, in summary, be careful. You are liable. Sub giveaways are a no. They violate FTC laws. You shouldn't be doing them. Are there ways to do them that are off of the Twitch platform that you could probably get away with? Yes. But should you?
That aren't public, specifically.
Right. Up to you. It's
Don't do
time
them,
to
guys.
choose.
Don't do them.
And just, it's like, that's like the one thing, that's like the one extra incentive that you can give subs, and you can't even do that. It's so difficult to try and find something else that you can do for subs that's easy, cheap, and easy.
Gus, I just realized I probably need to update my info panels.
Uh-oh.
Subs on the giveaways.
No! Quick! It's the
Go ahead.
FCC!
Let me just run over here.
Yeah.
Do a little hot edit.
Yeah, Twitch wants all of your revenue, but when it comes to legality, they don't know you exist.
That's right.
Yeah, no shit.
You're a contractor, not an employee. Remember that.
Yep. You're like an illegal contractor. It's like, we want your work and we'll pay you, but if anybody ever asks, we don't know who the fuck you are.
Exactly.
You know what?
As we know.
Instead of access to subscriber giveaways, why don't I say access to special events?
Hey, there
Huh?
you go.
Special events.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a
All right.
lawyer thing to do.
Speaking of illegals, this is a couple more points regarding Twitch. Stream achievements and stream summary are officially live. You can now sub and buy bits from mobile. You can also buy bits using PayPal, both on mobile and desktop. Raids are officially open to all streamers. So guys, one point I wanted to make with this is if you are a streamer, make sure you go into Streamlabs, Muxy, Stream Elements, whatever. Make sure you go in and edit the alert for raids, because raids are officially a separate alert from hosts. So make sure you go in there. I've rated. Yeah, I've rated a couple people, and there's been no on-screen notification, which makes me think that I don't think. Yeah, 40 middle-aged stream.
I did like immediately after the stream. I went and changed it just that. I didn't know they were live. I didn't realize it.
And I didn't know that it was a separate. I thought it was just going to be baked into hosts on Streamlabs. So if you use Streamlabs, make sure you go in and you change your alerts for raids, because they're completely separate. Sub giveaways, aka sub gifting, is now officially live as well, which has been extremely fucky this past week. And the final point, which I'd like to get into separately, is Twitch suspension after streamer goes off on booby streamers. So one of the first things I wanted to get all of your opinions on the stream achievements and what you thought about them. So stream achievements, just think about Steam, Steam, the game engine achievements, or Xbox Live achievements. When you get to a certain milestone, you get a trophy, you get a congrats, awesome, good for you, motherfucker. And it looks pretty, and you have it, even though it's completely virtual. To some people, 100% in games is life. They're all about it. They just want to grind the shit out of that game. All good. But now they have achievements for streaming. Reach 100 followers, reach 1,000 followers, have 5 concurrent viewers, have 20 concurrent viewers. What are your first impressions about achievements?
I mean, I think they're probably more for people who are just getting into it. I think that you've been streaming for a while on Twitch. A lot of the things on there that they kind of automatically unlock like day one, you know what I mean? And I guess it kind of gives you an idea for some goals to get to. But like, for example, for me, I guess we haven't got to that part yet. Well, I guess we kind of have the whole path to partner, path to affiliate. You guys know, like the path to affiliate, it's like the bar is like barely off the ground. You know what I mean?
Go live once.
If you can spell your own username.
Yeah. The bar's
Got
pretty
it.
low. So path to partner though, like I actually on mine, like I have a lot of those ones checked, but like the achievement that I'm lacking and I may never get there is like I can't remember the name of it now.
75
Yeah.
Yep.
concurrent.
The 75 average concurrent viewers. I'm like, shit, man. I'm anywhere usually between 20 and 25 a stream. That's like my average concurrent, you know? So 75, that's a pretty big jump from the 25 or whatever, or whatever the last one is to go to the 75 one.
Right.
And I guess it's good to know, hey, you want to submit an application, they want you to be kind of shooting for that. So I get it. I'm not saying, set the bar low, but it's funny how it goes from like almost non-existent to just like,
right.
a number that's pretty high number,
But
Didn't
shouldn't,
it used to say it was like
streamers that don't-
500?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Shouldn't it be? I mean, does that discourage you, Jimmy?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't discourage me. It's just, I think the point I'm trying to make is, it's just a lot of the achievements that are out there, with few exceptions. Like that one, I think is like something they really want to push you to be, so maybe they don't get as many applications. People are like, oh, maybe I shouldn't apply until I get my numbers up, But a lot of them are just kind of like arbitrary kind of bullshit, little, hey, oh, I unlocked an achievement. It's like that little bit of maybe for some people, like the little whole endorphins go off. Oh, hey, another Twitch achievement.
Little dopamine hit.
Yeah, whatever.
It's cute. It's a cute thing. Some people like it. Some people
Yeah,
don't.
I don't think it's a bad thing. It doesn't really. I think the only thing it affects me is personally is knowing. Yeah, I probably need to get my concurrent viewership up before I push for an application. But
Yep.
I mean, I knew that. I mean, I guess the only thing that's out there now is they're giving you a solid number. Like, hey, this is the number you want to be targeting.
Me and Weenie were talking about this the other day. I think we were under the impression that in order to apply, you had to have those 3 achievements met in order to apply. I personally think it should be that way. I think you should 100% have to have 75 concurrent viewers in order to apply. Because like people that are applying with 10 viewers, 20 viewers, 30 viewers. Now, obviously, we all watch fucking cat. I'm about to be catless. Does anyone want a cat?
Those, those like things they put on railings for pigeons? Those little like spikes. You just need to get a bunch of those to stick them on top of
He has never been this attention whorish before. I don't know what's going on. Did you get into catnip? I wonder if you fucking got into catnip or some shit. Or are you like super horny off the fact that the cat or that the dog eats your shit? You probably like that, don't you? It's like a dominance thing. I don't understand. He's never jumped on my desk this many times in one stream. It'll probably make people respect fucking shit. Cat! Get off of me! It probably makes people respect the partnership badge a little bit more, knowing that it's a little bit harder to reach. It also probably lessens the amount of applications that they get by setting that bar. So if that's the case, I'm all about it. I'm all about that minimum.
Did you just say a second ago, do you have to hit that before you can even send in an application?
No, I don't know.
I would think that'd be a mistake because the reality is, I mean, I don't know. I think everybody's different. And I'm not saying if you can't at least consistently hold numbers where, I mean, I would imagine are at least around 50-ish than average concurrent, then I would imagine, how are they gonna make, Twitch was their business. They want to make money too, right?
Right.
But
Absolutely.
at the same time, those don't always equate to dollars and cents on what's being spent on the other end. And I don't know. Some of it just seems arbitrary to me. But at the same time, I also am, at least they're being a little more transparent than they've been in the past. So in the other sense, I'm like, well, I can't really complain about it because before there was nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean? There was no gauge, even though this is a gauge you look at and you're like, well, let's see. Am I reading this in Celsius or Fahrenheit? I don't know. You know what I mean? But there's something there now. I don't know.
I'm with you on that one. Like, I'm glad they're doing something. They're saying something. It's better than the last 4 years where they've just sat back and just inexplicably given out partnership. Some people that deserve it and some people that it's just like, why the fuck would they want you as one of their representatives?
Yeah.
Right. But if the concurrent viewership necessary in order to file an application for partnership is that low, is it all that special? And that's I even think 75 concurrent viewers, I think that's low. I think that's a low bar.
It's a hell of a lot lower than what they used to say.
Yeah. Right. Like the
I was
fact that they
expecting
went
like 100 or 200 at least.
Right. I would if it was up to me in order to set that bar, I would say 100 to 150 in order to not to be able to apply for partnership. I would say 100 to 150 is necessary. If I was to say there has to be a certain let's say you need to get 100 concurrent viewers 10 times in a month in order to submit a partner application. That's what I would vote for. Because if it's anything less, to me, then it's nothing special. Like, if you're already an affiliate and you're benefiting from 80% of the features that a partner does, like, the really only differences right now are more emotes, a faster payout method, or a faster payout period, and a check mark next to your name. Right?
Yeah.
There's probably a couple other things, but for the most part, those are them. So,
well, and with all the BS that's been going on with all these weird ass bans and the terrible support that these people that were partnered and had personal agents, people they're supposed to go to when shit hits the fan, and just being left in the fucking dark for weeks.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I love Twitch, and it's the community itself is amazing, and it's brought me together with a hell of a lot more people than I probably would have a lot more diverse group of people than I ever would have ran into in my own tiny part of the world. But there's definitely some decisions ever since Amazon has taken over that have, like, there's a lot of things in the past year that I've liked, but there's a lot. I would almost say there's more changes in Twitch in the past year or two that I don't like, where it just seems like money grabs for me, especially the affiliate program. It seems like a huge money grab for Twitch.
Right. Which, if you're owned by Amazon, do you even need money?
Jeff Bezos, man, he don't give a fuck. He's trying to take Bill Gates' house.
It's like you were just saying earlier. Amazon went to Twitch and they were like, "Those are amateur numbers.
Gotta pump up those numbers.
Come to the Amazon numbers."
Yeah.
So before I ask Jimmy a question, 42, I want to get your point.
So with the achievements thing, I think it's cool. I think it's a way for people to just it's like you said, it's kind of like a kiddie way to look at your kind of growth and like the stuff you've been doing on Twitch. But on the other hand, I think the one thing I'm worried about is some of the achievements on there. I hope people don't because you know that there's those people out there who spend hours and hours and hours on video games trying to get all the achievements. I hope that there isn't those people that just like use those achievements as a reason to stream more and more and more and more and ruin their normal lives.
Oh,
just because they want to get those achievements.
That shit's already happening. Like, as soon as they launch this program.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. No doubt.
And it's just they're good. And after a bunch of this stuff started going live, I started seeing all the typical tweets that all these people start tweeting out being like, don't listen to the numbers. Be a better person. Just go with your growth. Don't look at numbers. Blah 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 blah. Which is good. Don't always read over all your stats that hard that it's gonna change what you're doing and get you bummed out about your streaming. But at the same time, don't also fucking look at these achievements and be like, okay, if I don't fucking get these achievements by the end of this year, I'm gonna fucking break this. I'm gonna break the computer. I'm not a streamer if I can't get these achievements done.
I am all about living person! Get him out! Stranger danger!
My wife had to get the cat before my son because he won't go to sleep.
Oh, bye,
so
kitty.
Yeah. She was in my office. So.
I am all about creating a positive environment for yourself and using your friends as a mountain of positivity to climb. And I'm all about people building each other up, but the constant retweeting of these like Abraham Lincoln motherfuckers that just want to be motivational speakers, it drives me insane. Like, I don't want to talk too much shit about it because
at least it's positive.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm 110% aware that I am beyond lucky to have a decent brain, not plagued by mental illness. I understand that I have a luxury of not being down on myself and not being down because of the world is shitty around me. But the people that tweet inspirational poems in now 280 character format, it's too much. It's just way too fucking much. If people just talk to each other instead of just retweeting inspirational bullshit that you're not going to follow 10 minutes from now, might be a little bit better. And that's exactly why I enjoy podcasts like this, because I am actually having a conversation with people instead of just seeing something and going, oh my God, this is me. This is my fucking Pisces sign talking to me. Let me retweet it. Bitch!
I've definitely found myself stopping on retweeting, especially people that I know a lot of my friends already follow. Like, I don't retweet or share links hardly ever from Gary Vee anymore. One, because he posts like 80 times a day on every platform ever. And two, just because I know everybody else in my feed has already seen the same shit or scrolled past it, because now I've gotten to the point where, especially with those type of content, every once in a while I'll watch it. I'll watch the Ask Gary V's now that they have the secondary YouTube channel for Ask Gary V. I've gone back and watched a couple of the recent ones of that because they were just doing them live on Facebook. So I never watched that shit again. And then, like, as of late, I just don't even listen. I don't watch shit.
Well, even he says, if you get to the point where you don't need the motivation, stop watching my shit. My shit isn't for you anymore.
Right.
So I understand it's like, you're pushing positivity back into, but I almost feel like it's just doing damage because it's all just like recycled inspirational BS and nobody's being real.
Regurgitated garbage.
Yeah, regurgitated. There's a fantastic word. And even sometimes like the people retweeting etiquette stuff, like, how dare somebody ask me how many viewers are in my chat while I'm streaming. If you're a viewer, don't ever go into somebody's chat and ask them why there's only 10 people. It's like, okay, we get it. We get it. You talked about this last week and the week before and the week before. But it's just like, I think because I'm so keen on keeping my timeline clean, if I see the same shit over and over and over and over again, I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. Yeah. But
I'm mad about that.
It's I listened to your podcast about, timelines and keeping shit clean. The reality of social media, any format, and even to like Reddit to a degree, at some point it becomes an echo chamber. You know what I mean? And you get enough. there's something that gets trending in one way and it turns into something else, it's just going to show up everywhere. You know what I mean? So you can only insulate yourself so much and shit. So what I do is I just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling. And I let it go.
Just
Well,
keep
and
scrolling.
it's Twitter was the one safe haven because with such a short format, the only thing people could do to bitch at the length that they could on a Facebook or an Instagram would be to just do long, twit longers, which unless it's somebody I give a fuck about, I'm not clicking that crap.
No.
Twit
longer.
Nope. It's got a twit longer link in it. I'm just like, I don't give a shit. In fact, normally I'm just gonna ban that person for trying to fucking tell me what to do with my life.
Or they just make like an insanely brutally blunt tweet of 140 characters. Like they tweet at someone, "Hey, fuck you, fuck what you're doing."
I saw you on the corner. Go fuck self, bitch.
Yeah, nobody has to acronym any words anymore.
Social media, man, it's like in the Wild West phase right now. I mean, it really is. It's really taken off. There's all kinds of troll bots and spam and all of these people. I mean, you really just have to. Every time I find myself getting upset, I just take a deep breath and keep scrolling. That's what I do.
One of my friends, and I'm not gonna start naming names off, but I have a friend who's seeing someone right now, and I was told by another friend that this person that they're seeing doesn't have social media. They don't even have a smartphone.
Oh, okay, that's crossing the line.
And like I was talking about it with them, and I'm like, it's okay, yeah, it's. He was mentioning like, yeah, it's weird that the only time we ever have to say, "Oh, you don't have a smartphone," is when somebody doesn't have a smartphone. Otherwise, nobody calls it that, right? Everyone's just like, my iPhone, my Android, my this and that and the other. But they were saying like, oh, and he doesn't even use social media at all. And I was instantly like, I gotta go talk to this person. I gotta see what's their head like.
What is wrong with you?
Where are you in life right now? Do you understand how much you've avoided?
Is that a burner phone? Do you deal drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that too. It's probably just drug addict or something. But no.
I feel like my personal opinion, a smartphone or a social media?
I could go without all of it.
See, I feel like you're just doing a huge disservice to yourself. You're just making your life harder by not having a smartphone.
Oh, I 100% agree with you there. But if shit hit the fan right now, I'd be totally fine without it.
I don't think I would.
I've been occupying my time very well lately. When you have a kid running around that has energy from the moment the sun hits the edge of the horizon until the moment it's almost back to the edge of the horizon, you just keep going. Like, I've learned to multitask on a level that my 17-year-old self doesn't even fucking understand.
This is true. Very true.
I have convinced my 2-year-old son that wearing noise dampening earphones while he rides his Power Wheels around the yard is what he needs to do. And that's so daddy can do the yard work and watch you at the same fucking time. I'm over here blowing leaves and fucking.
Skills earned, not learned. Or skills learned, not earned.
Were you going to ask me a question?
Do you love me?
Well, yes, I do, actually. But there was something, and then you asked 42 about the
Oh, no, it was about
achievements.
the minimum. Oh, maybe I didn't ask you. If you had to choose the minimum amount of concurrent viewers you needed in order to apply for partnership, what would your number be? Maybe not, and it's not hit once. It's stream for a month, and your average concurrent viewers for a month is 75 or greater.
But is that what they use?
Or
is it
the
like one stream?
No, it's more than one.
Cumulative average.
Yep. So I don't know if it's for the past month.
It's probably a 30-day rolling average.
I don't know if I could even pick a number. I think for me, though, it just seems so far off because I'm not even close to that kind of number.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I've ever hit numbers that high is after like a big host or a raid. I mean, I don't get that kind of viewership in my, and I'm fine with that. I love the people that I stream for, and I don't have a very big channel or community. I'm really small on Twitch, but yeah, I mean, I like that feels like, I've been streaming now. It'll be 3 years in a couple months, and I'm like a third of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm right there with you. I'm just coming up on 4.5 years, and we average about the same. Yeah. The achievement is 75 average over the past 30 days.
Yeah.
Is the not a requirement, but I don't know. It says complete all achievements criteria in the same 30-day window to be eligible for partner status. Now, Weenie
just
the
means
other
they're
day
gonna review you.
Right. I can't remember. I think Weenie said that the apply for partnership page is still searchable and viewable regardless of those achievements. I'm pretty sure that's what she told me, but I can't remember for sure because we were talking about that.
And the other thing to remember too is that the fact that it's 75 now, that's also because it's a lot. There's so much more on Twitch now than there was back then. So it's to get that 75 is going to be a lot harder than it was way back when they used to have the old page that showed like the 200 to 500 or whatever it was. Like getting 75 now is hard because there's so many options and so many streams on Twitch now that it's hard to get that many people in one spot.
Yep. And
yeah.
What I will go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say is one thing just to blow a little air in your butthole and give you a little ego boost. Remember, the one thing that I always keep in mind is that if you have more than 5 people watching your stream, you are in the top 10% or top 20% of Twitch. Like the amount, like I think I
guarantee that's got to be close, if not dead on the number.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of how many millions.
Type that up in a tweet so I can retweet that.
Just remember, if you have low numbers, that you're already there. So just wake up every day, have a positive attitude, meditate, and stream, and you'll do great. Push for partnership.
Hashtag push for partnership.
Hashtag push for partnership. Day 7. I've been streaming for 6 months. I'm pushing for that partner badge, bitch. No, I'm trying to think of the number that they said at TwitchCon, but is it 2 million unique people streaming to Twitch?
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Something like that. So
that's insane.
You having more than 5 unique people watching your stream, you are already over the hump.
But let me just say, I'm gonna let you finish, but let me just say 2 million, but how many of those are like someone fucking hooked to connect up to an Xbox or their PS4 camera or hit the start streaming button one time? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but those
realistically at any given point, how many people are streaming on average?
Yeah, that's the thing. If so, dude, I can't tell you how many times I've been by people's streams who are partnered that are on that setup, and I look at it, I'm like, okay, so
what?
Okay, I get it. That's your competition.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I started streaming on, was a fucking Xbox and a Kinect.
Right. So I guess what I'm trying to say is yes, because even I have the same exact view as you. I look at 75 concurrent in a month, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. I can't get that many people to think that they like me. Not even like me, but that many people to like convince themselves that they like someone that much. Not gonna happen. So I have the same exact view as you, but the fact that you've got 20 to 30 average, that's fucking amazing. And it's crazy because I actually looked at my stats last year. I think it was last year or the year before. I think it was 2 years. My average concurrent was like 3 to 5. And I remember, like, up until this point, when I look at my streaming career in the past, I always think I've had as many concurrent viewers now for the past 2 years. And then I go back and actually look at stats at the concurrent viewers that I used to have, and it's like fucking itty bitty odd job dick worth of concurrent viewers, and I'm blown the fuck away. I'm like, holy shit, I've grown a lot, and I didn't even notice. It's like a little callus, just grows a little bit over time, and then you caress it every day, and it gets a little bit bigger. That kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I think to wrap all this shit up, because we've been kind of going in circles on this, but I think it's good that Twitch added this stuff in. I think it's good. It's good to give people something that's concrete. That said, I think most of the shit that they have on there is arbitrary, and it's just a way to kind of convince people as another way to like stream more. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I really think
More revenue.
it is for them. That's really what it comes down to, I think.
Do either of you guys watch South Park a lot?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'm gonna butcher this, but there's a scene where I think it's like an advertisement within South Park where it's like really fast paced, like recited words where it's like something said super fast. It's like, drink this. You're gonna be great. Yeah, drink it, fucking pussy. Drink, fucking drink it. It was just scene that Randy showed me probably like a year or so ago that kind of resembles Twitch, where it's just like, give you more shit. Yeah, you like this? Oh, yeah, stream some more. Oh, yeah, you like the bits? Oh, here's some more bits for you. Oh, you're going to fucking like it. Yeah. Oh, you subscribe button to get your buddies to subscribe. Oh, yeah. Make your buddies create 2 accounts. Get you subscribe. Yeah, fucking take it. Yeah, you like that pussy? Oh, you fucking like that pussy? Yeah, you like it? Drinking fucking pussy? That kind of thing. I don't know the episode or anything, but it was that. But.
It's not ringing a bell, but that definitely sounds like something South Park would do.
By the way, this is going to be a 3.5-hour show. The last part regarding Twitch is Twitch suspension. Do you need to go for it? You can go right now.
No. I don't want to leave you by yourself.
No, it's okay. 42's here. He's a moose, but he's here.
I look up and there's a fucking.
I'm getting a little tired dancing, but
go for it. You're good. Go for it.
All
right.
No, I want to let you finish. I was listening to you. I was listening.
No, because I want you to hear so that you can give your input.
So stay here, right? Oh, you're gonna wait for me? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'll wait for you. I'll fuck a boot with the moose.
Wait for me.
Yeah. So okay, 42. A number in between 1 and 10. We're both gonna say a number on 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna say it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6.
42. Oh.
God.
Wait. What's the rules again?
In between 1 and 10, you momo.
Okay.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Do it again.
Okay. Number in between 1 and 10. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and go. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Oh. No, we fucking didn't. Did you listen to what I said and then said a number?
Yeah, I heard you say between 1 and 10. I said 4.
No, I mean, did you hear me say 4 and then say 4?
No, I said
Okay.
4 because it was part of the joke. Come on, 42. What else am I going to say?
My brain didn't even think that far into the future. I was like, okay, what's a number that's far from 6, but not too close to 0? 4. All right. Well, what did you have for dinner today?
McDonald's.
Did you really? What'd you have?
Had one of the wraps. I like their chicken wraps. That's like the only thing I'll get from there. Because it's like, it's still bad for you, right? But at least it's like, it doesn't feel as bad. I didn't feel as bad, man, after I was done. I didn't sit there and just look at the floor like, oh.
Have you ever gotten a salad from McDonald's?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, me either. Salty, have you ever gotten a salad from McDonald's?
No. I don't. If I'm going to McDonald's, I'm in the mindset of I don't give a fuck.
Speaking of terrible food, that night that we had Checkers, I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. My heart was beating at like 140 fucking BPM.
I mean, we all got like the biggest, sluttiest burger on the menu. We all just got like double bacon fucking meat burgers.
It tasted so good going down, but when it was time for my stomach to digest and for my heart to realize what I had eaten, it went into fucking overdrive mode.
And that was at the end of the hangover day, so.
Yeah, that's right. That was Saturday.
And we didn't we ate while we were there, but we were there for like a day's worth of work. And we ate like nothing all day. The most I ate was Sunday, and that was 2 slices of pizza. When I went Friday, I didn't eat at all. I just drank.
That's right. And yeah, how often are you screaming for 6 hours straight at work? Like that, it doesn't happen.
I mean, you don't know where I work.
This is true. Hey, turn the valve! Turn it! So speaking of middle-aged bitch, he's all cute, thinking we're not talking about him. Hey, hey, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, have I told you how gorgeous you look today?
Oh, thank
Do
you.
you have an Apple Watch, motherfucker?
Me too. Yes.
God damn it, I want one of those so bad.
I've had this thing, like, this is a Gen 1, so I've had this for a while.
How dare you? Upgrade
know.
already. Don't
Well,
you know?
I mean,
don't you
it
know it
does what I
doesn't
need it to
matter if you don't have an Apple product from the last year or two, you don't have an Apple product.
I ain't getting a new Apple Watch until this bitch breaks. I mean, it does everything I need it to do, so I'm good.
Fair enough.
It's already lasted longer than a watch typically lasts for me, so.
Not bad
And an
then.
Apple product typically lasts.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Gen 1 was like 2 years. It's already 2.5 years old, just about.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Series
It's prob-
2 is out now.
I was about to say it's probably older than that. Series 2's been out since before last Christmas.
That's right. Series 3 with
Yeah.
fucking motherfucking
8.
Oh yeah.
LTE.
right, well- What are we talking
Huh?
about?
All right. We were talking about
Donald
boobies.
salads.
Mm.
Titties.
Who if you guys were to choose boobs or butt, what would you choose?
That to me kind of depends on the day of the week.
If you had the opportunity to swap, have boobs on butt and butt on boobs, without the pooping, like if it was just the cheeks, would you want boobs on the rear end? Like if you could grab titties
No.
from behind while.
No, man, you just gotta get more flexible. That's all. Just gotta work at it.
That is some abnormal flexibility, my friend. Jesus Christ. If you could pinch nipples while fucking booty from behind, wouldn't you like that? No? All right.
Wait,
Anyway,
Just get a really
speaking
short
of Twitch.
girlfriend and really long arms.
I was gonna
Fucking,
say, wait a minute. I mean, because that's
Fucking
I'm
lanky
that's probably
Kong?
TMI. I'm gonna stop.
Please, no, come on, say it. It's okay.
No. I was gonna say, if you're grabbing you're saying you can't grab booty and titties at the same time?
No, you can, but if you could grab boobies from the standing, like, so if you are
so from the
slaying
standing-
that pussy from
the
behind,
standing position. I
yeah,
see.
or on the knees. We're doing doggy style here. If you want to grab the titties, you got to lean over and be all fucking awkward.
yeah,
Like
you
your
gotta
chin
lean.
is digging into their back.
Who gives a shit? No, your chin doesn't have to be there. I mean, she can't see unless she's turning around. Shit. Well, who cares what she look like?
I've got mirrors on every wall and ceiling. Okay, you can see everything from every angle. You
See how
fucking
many
look over your
cameras he's got in
shoulder.
his office? You
Yeah.
can see how many he's got in his bedroom.
Yeah.
You look over your shoulder, you see a butthole. You look right, you see a butthole. It's like, how are these angles? I don't understand. How is this possible? But I guess the only upside is if you're banging the lady from behind and she's pregnant, you can squirt yourself in the face with a little titty milk. That's the only upside I'm seeing to this. But some guys might be into that.
The real secret to pregnant chicks and boobs is they will give you a new understanding of what boobs are.
Mm.
Oh, that's right.
'Cause they like triple in size. Awesome.
And then they're off limits too. Like,
yeah, they're not your boobs.
If
anymore.
If you're a
hurt.
nice guy.
they hurt.
Take this Vicodin and let me fuck your titties.
They're like, oh, I remember my wife was pregnant, and it was like the first couple months, and like all of a sudden, I just kind of noticed, like, and I remember I wanted to grab them all the time, and she was like, "Go, stop!" I was like, "What?" She's like, "They're sore." I was like, well,
They're
"That's no fun."
full of
That's no
sustenance
fun.
for your child.
Come on.
Wait, only for the child?
You mean all I could do is look at them?
Not cool, man. That's why you
Not
gotta
what I
get-
signed up for.
You got to
No.
get a fucking like giant squeeze bottle of KY jelly, like numbing jelly, and just. All right, we're gonna move on to the topic because I could go on all day about this. Last topic regarding Twitch is Twitch suspension after streamer goes off on booby streamer. So not gonna say any names, but a Neanderthal of a streamer decided to go off on booby streamers. Now, I'm all about everybody having an opinion and opinion about other people, but when you go on record live and start calling people bitches and sluts and naming streamer names, you deserve to get fucking banned. If you want that level of free speech, you're going to have to accept the repercussions afterwards. So basically, there was a huge uproar regarding this because said person got banned for 5 days because he went on like a live Twitch rant about booby streamers. And while there was some other booby streamer who was flicking her bean live on stream and only got like a 24-hour ban. However, said Neanderthal has had, I think, 2 or 3 bans in the past. And so it was only, it was understandable that he got 5 days instead of 24 hours. But I kind of wanted to pick your guys' brain on, obviously, sex sells, as Salty so eloquently said in Discord the other day. And it's not going away. Girls are not going away. Girls are not going to chop their titties off in order to stream on Twitch. They're always going to be there. Do you think streamers have the right to voice their uproar using their platform that they've built? Or do you think they should just shut the fuck up, concentrate on their own content, and just move the fuck on?
Number 2.
Number 2?
The latter, for sure. If you're so worried, you shouldn't be worried about anybody taking your viewers. If you're working on your shit and you're focused on you're staying in your fucking lane, fuck what anybody else is doing. Every platform is going to have fucking shitheads. Doesn't matter if they're male or female. Doesn't mean you have to go on live stream talking about how you're the fucking king of this and sluts that fucked me over in high school and now I take steroids and work out too much and get pissed at fucking computers all day. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, that was just one too many shots to the butt cheek before he got in front of that fucking shitty ass camera in his mom's basement. Like, calm the fuck down. And worry about your own shit.
And that's actually, that's his thing, is he puts on like epic music and does like these rants or these speeches to make him seem all like glorified and shit. It's not helping. And then you just got yourself like a 3rd suspension on your account for what?
That you're the real life Peter Griffin. You're complaining about shit that doesn't fucking matter to an audience of people that don't fucking matter.
Right.
Well, and like we can all say like, oh, focus on your own content, blah blah blah. But that the reason why he had to do that rant is because that's the only content he knows how to do. If he doesn't have that, he's nothing. So that's all he knows how to do, and that's what he's gonna keep doing.
He's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you hit the nail on the head. 42. I think that he's just a sad dude who, I mean, that's how he. If that's his thing, is going on rants, then maybe you want to reevaluate your fucking content. Period. You know what I mean?
You're just a troll. You're a professional fucking meme lord.
Yeah.
The extent to which I care is when I talk to somebody about Twitch and they say, "Oh, that website with all the cam girls." Like, that is the only part that fucking irks me, is that there's so many people trying to make a name for themselves on a video game platform. You hear that? It's a website for fucking video games. Now, do I love music and cooking streams?
Hold on. Can I stop you?
Yes.
Because I'm going to stop you anyway, whether or not you said yes or no. But someone told you that, like, when you told them about Twitch, they said the cam girl site? Like, more than one person has said that to you?
I have not had that said personally, but I've seen a lot of people, like, especially if mostly IRL streams, people that are like talking about Twitch to streamers, and they say, "Oh, that girl with the, the fucking cam girls." I've seen that a lot.
Huh.
No, I don't tell people that I stream on Twitch in real life. One, because all of my friends exist on Twitch, and 2, there's no way in fucking hell I'm telling work that I stream on Twitch. No fucking way.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I must have misheard you. Probably the beer.
No, I probably misspoke. because of the vodka. But
Cheers,
that's cheers, buddy. I'm all out. I thought that these two drinks were gonna make it last through the entire thing, but they're not going to. Actually, they haven't because they're gone. But I just know that's a reality. Like that's a reality for a lot of people is when they talk about that, and that is the first thing. Like you search Twitch, and one of the first couple websites that comes up is the live stream fail subreddit. And what is the live stream fail subreddit filled with? Tits.
Yeah.
And cats who don't obey.
Cats who don't know boundaries.
Oh my God, this cat, man. So that's the extent at which I care is like, you're kind of making all of us look bad. Do I care that you're taking views? Do I care that you're making $20K a month, showing your ass? No, I don't fucking care because I'm here to play video games, as are most people. But
Yeah.
what the fuck ever.
Yeah, I mean,
People
at
gonna
the end of the
exploit-
day, the same people that are watching your geeked up fucking rant channel aren't coming to Twitch to watch titty girls. They're coming to find other fellow fucking bridge dwelling trolls.
Yep.
Yeah, you
people-
don't see half the people, like everybody who's in the booby streamers streams. When you look at their chat, they're not sitting there in chat going, oh yeah, this is great. They're all like, oh my God, put shirts on. Oh my God, boobs. Oh my God, you're such a slut. Blah blah blah. Like nobody's being nice to them.
No.
They still get the views. They still get the money off of it. So it's not like that's what half of the people, like half the kids that are on Twitch, that's what they are going to see anyway because they're going on there and looking for it. But it's not like that's what they're coming here for. They've just got that on the side, and they're just like they're watching one of their favorite streamers on their first monitor, and on the second monitor they're watching this other booby streamer, and they're like, "Oh my God, you slut! What are you doing? Oh my God!"
One of the most popular streamers on the entire platform got banned for showing his dick on stream.
Yeah.
There's people on both sides of this fucking race.
Yep.
There's
Oh, yeah.
just as they're called idiots, and
Yes.
the people that give them money are idiots and desperate,
Yeah.
depressing sons
Like
of
if you
bitches.
want these booby streamers to go away, stop fucking going to their channels. Stop giving them money. Stop donating to them. Stop going to their, stop subbing to them and doing all this stuff, and they'll go away.
And
They're gonna
posting
go where the money
clips.
is.
And sharing their streams and
Yeah.
sharing their fucking social media links and
Why
all
we're
that.
not mentioning names.
Right. And the one thing that I've actually seen pretty consistently is a lot of Twitch streamers who broadcast or advertise that their Patreon is for Snapchat and that Snapchat guarantees nudes, and people are getting banned like left and right now, which is fucking fantastic. But that is the type, obviously, again, that's the part of Twitch I hate. That's the part of Twitch that gives the rest of us a bad name. Does it affect my views? No, because nobody's coming to me for tits and going, God damn, Naaackers isn't showing his tits. I better go find somebody else. Like nobody's coming to my channel looking for a moose knuckle. It just doesn't happen. People want to look for that, they go elsewhere.
Well, not to mention, it's still, to me, it goes back to that same mentality of like, why are you gonna waste your time fucking worrying about other people's shit? Like streaming is hard enough to do. If you want to do this for real, you want to do this for any length of time, you're gonna have to work your fucking ass off. You don't have time to be hustling for other people's fucking calls. Fuck everybody else.
Yep.
The only person that fucking matters is your shit.
In Rocket League. Any other final points before we move along?
Nope.
Don't
It's
do
been-
drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs, yep.
Do them responsibly.
Blue Diamond almonds.
Yeah.
Consistent quality and great value since 1910.
Drenched in brown sugar cocaine. Tonight, Jimmy, one of the reasons that I wanted to have you on tonight was because you challenge me. And that's one of the things that I admire, but not saying that these guys don't challenge me, but I am all about having an additional, challenger on the field. And tonight has been a very ranty episode, which, we're warranted to have every once in a while. But I appreciate you being here and giving your input in these times of distress and tits.
Of course. Glad to be here.
Moving right along to the real quick thing about Rocket League before we move on to the worst game in the world called Star Wars Battlefront 2, a part of one of the worst franchises in the entire world, Star Wars. How could anybody?
Fuck you.
Just kidding, Jimmy. This is something obviously I'm extremely passionate about, but Rocket League is officially coming to E-League. So there is an expo center in Atlanta, Georgia called the Turner Expo Center, which is a stadium exclusively for esports. And if any of you are curious as to what this place looks like, just search Turner Expo Center, Atlanta, Georgia, esports on Google and see the pictures of this fucking place. I thought the Rocket League RLCS setup at MGM in Washington, D.C. was dope. This place is fucking dope.
I mean, it's owned by TBS.
Right.
Turner Broadcasting Station owns Turner, whatever, Field Arena. It's fucking nickname E-League Arena
Okay.
for the TV show.
Yeah, exclusively for esports shit. So you know it's fucking awesome. And Rocket League is actually, I was thinking about going into Weenie's office today and saying, by the way, I bought us tickets for Rocket League December 1st. So we leave in 2 weeks. Please pack your bags. But I didn't want to freak her out. But this is fucking awesome. I'm super hyped for this. The event that's happening on December 1st isn't specific to anything RLCS related, because obviously RLCS is over. I think they're just doing a tournament. But Atlanta, Georgia was only like 8 hours away, and that's a hip and a scop. Hip. What was I trying to say? Hip and a scop?
A hip and a scotch?
A skip and a hop. Holy dyslexia. Mental illness isn't real, guys.
Yeah, the tickets are free. Where'd he go?
He's already on his way to the tournament.
Going to Atlanta.
I looked it up.
He's going to Atlanta, boys.
The tickets are 100% free. They're complimentary. You just have to fucking order them on the website.
Winnie! We gotta go!
I saw him run out. He ran out.
Just said no. You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yes, let's go. So yeah, this is super awesome.
Looks cool.
Last and final topic of the night: Battlefuck 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2. So there was a huge controversy regarding this game over the past couple of weeks. Everybody thought that this game was going to be the way it should have been before it came out. All of the press release that came out before this game was released was pointing in the correct direction. Everything looked kosher. There was a campaign. There was space battles. The multiplayer was somewhat diverse. It wasn't based around all of these cards. 80% of that is true. I think they got the fundamental core of the game right. The BS came with all of these microtransactions. So to start, what I'll say is that there was a AMA about Battlefront 2, and the most downvoted comment in Reddit history happened during this AMA. So I just like to do a quick.
It was before the AMA.
Oh, before it even started?
The wave started because I didn't even know about the AMA, and 3 days before is when it hit the most downvoted ever, and then it just continued to plummet. And then I saw somebody post in one of the Discords here or GSN somewhere that it was they were having an AMA, and I just thought to myself, well, good fucking luck.
Yeah.
You're gonna get torn a new one all day long.
And they did. They very much did. So after the first community uproar regarding the microtransactions, and I'm speaking from memory, but in order to unlock all of the heroes in Battlefront 2, specifically by playing the game, it would either take 4,000 hours? 2,000. 4,000.
No, it was going to be
I think it was 4.
4,200 something hours.
4,200, would you say?
Something like that.
Count me in.
So over 4,000 hours of gameplay, or $2,100 worth of purchasing credits in order to get these heroes.
Just
So,
and put that into perspective. Like you and I, how many hours do you have in Rocket League?
890.
Yeah, like think about how much you've played Rocket League, and then how much you would have to play fucking Battlefront
To get all of those heroes.
That's
I
insane.
put 1,000 hours in one game in my entire gaming career.
And you'd have to do that 4 times over.
Yeah.
I'd have to play Ark, much as I did, but for like 5 years.
Yep.
Jesus.
So that initial uproar happened, and so EA was like, "Holy shit, we need to make a change. What do we need to do?" Their response was reducing the amount of credits needed to get these heroes by 75%, while restricting the amount of credits that you could obtain in a certain amount of time. So this first came to light when Boogie2988 was playing Battlefront Live on stream, and he had earned a shit ton of credits playing the arcade mode of Battlefront 2, and it said more credits will be available in 3 hours. And it showed 0.3, as in the possible chance of that cooldown timer going into the double digits before you could get those credits. And even more uproar, to which led EA to completely get rid of the microtransactions in Battlefront 2, and they are currently working on it to try and figure out a solution.
Temporarily getting rid of them.
Yeah.
You know
So-
they're coming back, but hopefully they'll just be back in fucking skins and not in actual main characters of the fucking game.
Right.
You can't get Darth Vader unless you want to lose your house and your wife and your kids and fucking do a bunch of coke and play fucking Battlefield for 4,000 hours.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy, I want to give you priority in response time. I'm going to bump you up to number 1 in the queue. I want to hear your thoughts about all of this controversy as a whole, and then separately, I want to hear about your experience playing the game.
Okay, so obviously this whole thing came out last week, I guess it was, and here's the thing. You guys know I'm a Star Wars whore. I love Star Wars. It's always been my favorite films, my favorite, I love Star Wars shit. So I already knew I was going to buy the game regardless. I was going to buy it. I didn't pre-order it because I just stopped pre-ordering shit. I just knew when I would get a chance to play it, I would buy it. And so I bought the game, even knowing with all this shit that was going down, because I'm not the type of person that spends money on fucking loot boxes and whatever and shit. And then I figured with the uproar that they were going to have to change something anyway. So I was just kind of like, it'll work itself out. And I'm going to try and play the game and enjoy it. I'm going to not worry about it. Now, the game itself, from what I've played so far, I've only played the campaign. Haven't played any multiplayer yet because I haven't had that long to play it. And it's fun. It's not like the most amazing Star Wars story. It's easily the best looking and sounding Star Wars game I've ever played. It's one, if not just Star Wars game, like one of the best looking and sounding video games I've ever played, period. But as far as like, I had more fun playing Mario Odyssey. Honestly, if I'm being honest with myself, it's not like this game is like, wow, it's just, it's Star Wars, and I get the hankering for Star Wars shit, and I want to do Star Wars shit. So, I think the truth is, it's if I had just the campaign itself, I can't give it a full rating, but like the campaign is like, it's good, but it's not great. I'd say it's probably, I haven't finished it. I got a few more missions, but I don't know. I'd probably end up rating it somewhere between like a 7 and a 7.5. Like just the campaign portion out of 10. Just, better than average, but just not like, wow, But again, like I said, it's a Star Wars game. I've purchased just about every single Star Wars game that's ever come out, and that probably won't change. Even the shitty ones, and I've played a few shitty ones, But I will say it's better than the last Battlefront, just from what I've played. I mean, controls better. It's a little faster. I mean, I don't know. And I think like what you guys said with the transactions, I think that yes, it's not if they come back, but when they come back. But it's more than likely that it's probably going to be more cosmetic and skins and shit like that. I think that the uproar is too much, and they're worried about hurting the Star Wars franchise. I read somewhere, I don't know if there's truth to this, but like supposedly like the CEO of fucking Disney himself like called EA and was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, he probably didn't say that, but you know, it was basically
He might have.
What the fuck, Harold?
The CEO of Disney is a crazy dude.
Is he really?
I mean, he's the CEO of like every major corporation in media in the entire country. So Disney owns everything.
Yeah, they own a lot of shit.
They're like Pepsi. Pepsi owns everything in the food industry. Fucking Disney owns ABC, ESPN, damn near every fucking media outlet, period.
Is there anything that would make you... Because, like, you love Star Wars, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that can make you not buy it just because you love it? Like, to boycott it?
I think I played the beta and I had fun with it. I mean, if I played the beta and I thought it was going to be more of the same like the first one, I probably would have waited. But I knew I was going on. I mean, it's just all these variables for me. It was like, it's Star Wars, the movie's coming out. It's got tie-ins with like all this shit that I love. It's like the original trilogy, the freaking new trilogy shit, and then like the prequel trilogy is like, man, there's like so much cool shit for a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
How could I not want to get this game? You know, I mean, that was just the Star Wars nerd in me. So I guess knowing what was going into this game, I don't, unless they told me that like, you know, a fucking EA rep was going to come to my house and like try and kill my family, I probably would have not purchased it then. But other than that, you know, I mean, pretty much gonna get it, you know. I'm a Star Wars whore. I told you guys, and I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not.
I will give you a pass. However, I am boycotting.
And that's
boycotting
fine.
Star Wars.
I totally get it. I totally understand the uproar about it all, you know. In fact, I'm pissed at EA after Mass Effect. They fucked me on that on the last Mass Effect game. And I'm still pissed about that, but you know.
And that's just it, is I hope people realize that it's not just the Star Wars Battlefront franchise that EA is fucking over.
Yeah.
Like, people need to fucking realize that EA is just gotten out of fucking control with these microtransactions. And it started a long fucking time ago, and people put up with it for fucking ever. How many expansions are in Battlefield 4? 6?
Yep.
And there were people that had to buy all those individually. That did.
Yeah, that's 3 times the original cost of the game.
When you could have just spent another 6 months developing the fucking game and put it all out at once and then not had 1,000 microtransactions on top of it. Because I am one of the assholes that bought the deluxe edition and then bought premium later.
Same.
Because it ended up saving me money from having to buy all the fucking DLCs individually. And that's me with like 100 hours in that game.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely not boycotting Star Wars. I'm boycotting EA. I can't fucking give them another $1. I just can't.
Nope.
My wound is not as deep as 42's. I know we've talked about this on the podcast before, but you spent 130 Canadian on the original
on the
deluxe edition.
On the first, because that, I think it was that and Rainbow Six Siege were coming out right along the same time, like very close to each other. And I was looking at the two of the games and I was like, oh, easy fucking pick. Everyone's going to be playing Battlefront.
Not so much. Oh, God. So.
Well, and to Paul's point, now you can, if one person in the party has premium, others can play for free. And yes, that is true, but the game is 4 fucking years old.
And
3 years or 4 years old. And that is a doornail. We were playing the other night. I couldn't pick up a fucking server as party leader anywhere in the US. for
Yeah.
Battlefield 4.
Yep.
So you may as well make the whole fucking game free to play at this point.
Right.
I'm just hoping that people don't forget, because I know that people are going to forget. I don't give a fuck if it's got 30 times more downvotes than who gives a flying fuck meme lord shit on Reddit. 2 weeks from now, EA's going to announce a new game, and the whole fucking media squad is just going to be on that nutsack all over again. So I just hope people realize this isn't the first fucking time.
Yeah.
I don't fucking even have Origin installed. Fuck Origin altogether. I reinstalled Origin and BF4 for Naaackers stream 2 weeks ago, and it's back off of my fucking computer again.
What if we do another, you insensitive
And you
ass?
better fucking warn me ahead of time.
A
I
week
have the
before.
games installed. I just don't have Origin running on my computer.
It's so hard. Hey.
Hey.
God, I'm a child. I want to enjoy Battlefront, and I want to play the campaign, even though it is what it is. I just can't. I can't think about supporting them by giving them my money. So, Jimmy, I live vicariously through you playing the Star Wars campaign.
I'll let you know how it goes, buddy.
All right. Any final points on any of these 100% positive topics we have covered in tonight's podcast?
So much salt.
You know, I think we do a pretty good job of circumventing positivity on this. I mean, we shit out a few chests, but it's always warranted. I think it's great to have a podcast where we just shit on everything for a little bit, right? Like,
Why not?
I mean, don't you ever get the want to like poop on top of the toilet instead of in the toilet? Like, you just want to shit on something instead of shitting in something every once in a while.
No.
Amen.
42 is in with me?
When I worked
Sometimes you
at
just want to upper deck it.
when I worked at Food Lion, some dickhead kid would come in there and shit in the tanks in the toilet like once a week. To the point where they actually just ripped the toilets out of the ground and put like the commercial style toilets in without tanks. I felt so bad. Those poor bastards. I was not anywhere close to the level of hierarchy, aka the floor, that it took to be the asshole that had to go in there and fix that.
Just fucking lay a fat Joey Diaz on the upper deck of that toilet.
Fucking flushing shit every time.
Oh. So okay, so we're 2-2. You guys, I mean, don't you wish that you could just shit? If you're just so disgusted with something, like if you could go shit on the porch of the White House, no repercussions, would you do it?
I just don't care that much about other shit. I
Nice
really
pun.
do. Like, I've got a fine lane that I keep myself in. So politics don't matter to me.
Okay, let's take politics. If you could
I
go
want to shit
on
anywhere,
EA.
but I don't like shitting in public restrooms. Why would I want to shit out like without a toilet? Like, I don't even like shitting at work, and I've worked there for 9 years.
Okay, that's true. Jimmy, what about
Best
you?
place to shit.
I don't care. I mean, if people piss me off about something,
You shit on them.
yeah, I mean, I got like Salty said, I got other shit to worry about, man. I just got to let it go. I try not to stay too mad about anything too long, because otherwise, it just takes up too much of my energy.
If you had the chance, like if your option to get even was to shit on the head coach's chest, would you do it?
What if you could do it without him knowing it was you?
Right. Like if you could pull like an Adam Sandler click moment where you could just pause life, just take a hot load. It would be solid. No diarrhea. We're not,
I would
we're
probably
not
not
discussing
do
animals.
shit though. That'd be weird, like just being over someone's chest. You know what I mean? That'd be like, ugh.
Okay.
Like, maybe
What if
no,
you poop?
No,
what
no,
if,
I don't
okay.
think I could do that.
What if you walk into a room that just has a hole in the ground, but you know if you poop in that hole, it's gonna end up on somebody's chest?
That's China.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's like there's videos of that on the internet available
Yeah.
for private consumption.
Do you know there is a huge science behind the ultimate squatting of pooping in China? Because that's why the squatty potty is such a hot commodity. Is
Yeah,
because
but over there they don't have potties. They still just have holes in the ground.
that lead to people's chests, right?
Well, I mean, when you have,
And a camera.
if you have 2 billion fucking people shitting, the
This is
amount of
true.
fucking sewage it would take to fucking make that a reality is just mind-boggling in itself.
That's fair.
Mhm.
That's fair. Well, I mean, so 42, you're on the side of you would poop on somebody or something to show your disgust if you had the chance.
Yeah, I think I say
Okay.
I would say it would.
Okay, 2 and 2, half and half. All right, that's fair. All right, well, let's not delay the conclusion of this podcast any further. Let's get into the question and answer part of the show. So I would like to give a wholehearted thank you to anybody that submitted a question for us to answer on the podcast. We've got a couple questions here. The first one is from Paul, and he says, Naaackers, is that a jar of Kalnohe's milky body butter? You know, Kalnohe has gone on the record for snorting powdered donuts, white powdered donuts. So this could be the secretion of the Kalnohe in this lovely jar. So it's a possibility. Smells like a moose.
Must be moose.
Tastes like a moose. And 42's current GIF actually, encapsulates my exact thought about liquid Kalnohe. Next question is also from Paul. Jimmy, what do you think about EA announcing no microtransactions now in BF2?
Well, I think
Next question.
Yeah, I think we answered that.
This one comes from Fulcrus. Do you all know about Monster from Noble? Did you hear about him getting banned with... Yeah, Daybreak. Yeah, we talked about that. I saw him lose his mind because I asked that question without knowing he had submitted that question. Sorry, Fulcrus. Last question from Matt Weenie to Jimmy. Have you heard the Jar Jar Binks is really a Sith Lord theory?
Oh yeah, the one that was from Reddit, I think, originally, right? Like, it became real popular on Reddit. It was like a very intricate theory about how Jar Jar was not this bumbling fool, but it was like this calculating mastermind and everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was actually so well written, the original post, that I actually for a second was like, that would be fucking brilliant. But at the same time, I was like, no, fucking George Lucas.
He knows what he's doing.
He was basically
He's
a space
smart, but he
rabbit
ain't
with
that
a fucking Jamaican accent. That's Jar Jar.
I'm two things. One, I'm going to ask an additional question, and two, I'm going to go ahead and chance the exile of 80% of my chat and say that I enjoyed Jar Jar Binks and had no problem with him in any of the Star Wars movies, and I actually enjoyed Jar Jar Binks.
I don't. There's a lot of people that enjoyed him. I think it's just he wasn't what. I think he got so much hate is because he wasn't what a lot of the real hardcore Star Wars fans.
Like Jar Jar Binks?
Yes, I do. Go away.
You're awful.
I'm sorry. I did.
Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight. Anyway,
and it ain't me. Enjoy that bony futon.
I think that's what it was, man. I think it just got out of proportion because episode 1, when it came out, it was a disappointment for a lot of people, that had been, thinking it was going to be just this really, really amazing movie. And I think it was an okay movie, but it had so many flaws that it was easy to find something to take their aggression out on, and it was Jar Jar,
That's probably spot on. 42 and Salty, what do you think about Jar Jar?
I pretty much under the mindset that episode 1, 2, and 3 is an abomination to the franchise.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. Well, if he wasn't in the movies, does it matter at this point? Like a lot of people
No.
don't like the movies, but like we're still talking about him. So he's obviously got some. He's got
It's
some.
the biggest franchise ever created ever. It's like Mickey Mouse, Coca-Cola, Star Wars. That's it. Like the 3 most recognizable things on the planet Earth.
See, I'm also on the side of the fence where, do I think that those movies weren't great? Yes. I still enjoyed all of them. I don't have like a deep hate for the prequels whatsoever. I think they were all right. I think I love living in the world of, prequel memes. I love prequel memes. I think they're awesome. I don't hate them as much as other people hate them, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want a Star Wars movie that's just like serious mode all the time. Like,
Right.
it's okay having somebody in there who's a little bit bumbly and a little bit foolish. That's just how it should be.
And I mean, what other character has created like a meme language? Like the Misa, go to the fucking Singsa. No other meme has done that. We got to give him that kind of credit, right?
Yoda's like halfway there, but he's so well respected that
You are correct. I did overthink that. Yoda is way the fuck ahead of Jar Jar
he's a
Binks.
fucking Jedi master. You can't
Right,
say
yeah.
shit about him.
True
Right,
that.
you can't. Okay, let's say the second most memed language,
Yeah.
other than like Al Pacino accent for fucking Scarface.
I think if episode 1 was like a really good movie, nobody would have given shit about Jar Jar. Even if he was the exact same character with the exact same line. If the rest of the movie was like fucking mind-blowingly good, then nobody would have given a shit about him. They're just like Jimmy said, they're just using him as their way to vent
Yeah,
about how bad the movie was.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I don't think a day goes by that me and 42 don't prequel meme in Discord PMs. I think it's like every fucking day that we bring up a prequel meme in PMs. All right. My final question to all of you is also poop related. If you could poop in any other way other than out of your butthole, like if you could point at a toilet and poop come out of your finger into the toilet, what other way would you prefer to feces? I'm gonna use that as a verb instead of a fucking. Is that a noun? Adjective? Feces? Noun.
It is
It's a noun.
now.
All right, yeah. So how would you feces, good
I would
sirs?
snap.
Snap
I would
poop?
snap. Boop. And just like shit, just fly out. Pow, like that.
Fly out of your hand.
Like from the part where my fingers rub together and just like fly in the direction I'm pointing.
Like a fucking Spider-Man little.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd
Okay.
be sweet.
Salty?
I don't know.
You
dude.
like poop coming out of your butthole, don't you? You little freak.
You always bring up all these weird ass related things. I don't know.
I think the answer
used to
is
just shitting on
out
the
of his
toilet.
eyes. He just lifts his glasses
Right.
up and just friggin' shoot shit at you through his eyeballs.
You're
Gambit.
poop cyclops.
Shit flops.
and was
Shit
it
Clops, yeah.
so you still wouldn't? Is it suck a dick for a 1080 Ti, or was it? Oh no, have somebody put their finger in your butthole for a 1080 Ti.
No, I'm good on that.
Would you poop out of your eyes for a 1080 Ti?
No,
No.
that's how you get pink eye. That's literally how you get pink eye. Is shit in your eyes. So if you're shitting profusely out of your eyes, it would probably be for your discomfort in the end.
Okay. All right. 42.
Straight out my belly button.
Nice.
You got to use it for something.
Nice.
It was used for waste once.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What if the only way to fucking shit was doing the chicken dance and it just came out of your armpits? You just had to jump in a tub. Just fucking shit. That or I'd probably take the belly button. Oh my god. Glory holes now have a whole new use. You just walk up to a fucking partition, you just blast feces out of your belly button. 42, you're a genius. All right.
This has
anyways.
gone way further than
Called efficiency.
Yes, it's all. We can be more efficient if we poop other ways. Like, God, why do we have 4 inches of flesh that collect ass poop when we're trying to take a shit that we have to wipe away. Why not just make it like a pee hole where we don't like the shake is minimal?
If women are gonna stick finger up my butt to please me, I'd rather it be nice and clean. If I could stop pooping out of there and just poop out of my belly button, keeps my ass clean so that the women don't have to deal with anything.
So
Well.
you still want a butthole with a prostate in it, but you don't want poop coming out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That
Fair enough.
escalated quickly.
I still want a hole that women can finger, but I don't want to poop out of it. All right. Well, fortunately for these guys, but unfortunately for everyone else, this is the end of the podcast tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the room one more time, give everybody an opportunity to throw out their social media, talk about any special events or streams that they have coming up. So SaltySam, what up with you, homie?
I've got jack shit coming up because my internet is still trash. But you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at the SaltySam, and find me on Instagram on Salty All Day. Keep an eye out for projects coming this week.
Salty poops all day. Jimmy?
Oh, sorry. I'm Jimmy, aka MiddleAgedStream. Nothing major coming up except now the football season's over. I'll be streaming a lot more. You can find me on Twitch at the MiddleAgedStream. Also there on Instagram and on Twitter at MiddleAgedStream.
Feel free to talk about any streams you have coming up this week.
Oh, I should be streaming tomorrow, barring me not having to poop out of weird orifices.
Okay, you know what? You know what you're going to do is you guys are going to end the podcast. You're going to go to bed. You're going to lay down with your wives, and you're going to think, where would I prefer to poop if I didn't have the opportunity to poop out of my butthole? I am going to allow you to play I don't want to poop anywhere else on this podcast, but you for goddamn sure are going to think about it later tonight, and you're going to come back to me with an answer in a week.
I already told you I would snap it out.
Okay, you get a pass. Salty, I'm coming back to you next week. You got that?
Whatever the fuck goes on down there is just gonna keep on going on. Exit only, one-way highway, fucking whatever.
There's a city that I live by that's all one-way highways, and I fucking hate that place. That's a metaphor right there.
Are you saying that like Salty's butthole
Nothing's
is one
way.
and yours is
It's
yours
all
is
two-way.
a 4-lane highway on both sides?
With giant interchanges in between.
DP.
Sometimes a photo radar. Going too fast.
What?
Somebody's merging too fast.
We got a pile up on Interstate 69. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What up, guys? I'm MrFortyTwo. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitch at MrFortyTwo. MrFortyTwo TV on Twitter. Terms of streaming, I normally stream Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think I'm going to start streaming again for 2 days. I need to start playing single-player games, so I'll be doing that eventually here this week, I think. Yeah, that's it. Go butt play.
Go butt players. Oh, guys, if you never put a finger in your butt, especially if you're a dude, try it out tonight. You won't be disappointed. My name is Naaackers. You guys can find me on this very channel 5 times a week. I'm currently playing a shit ton of Rocket League and also starting Tales of the Borderlands pretty soon. But you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Naaackers with 3 A's. Did somebody put Snapchat in the script under my name?
I don't know if you've edited that bottom part because mine doesn't say Instagram either.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think the bottom part is just old.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that we're talking about the bottom of the script that we're talking about poop. Jimmy likes the butt play. All right, guys, that is going to be it for us tonight. Sincerely appreciate everybody coming out and listening to us talk about poop and butts and boobs. It was a fantastic stream, and I hope you guys all enjoyed yourselves. So we will see you guys next week for a Crocs and Hot Pockets 1v1. I think I have a guest already, but I don't know for a fact. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's Nip Nops. I'm having him back on the show for 1v1. If it's not, it's a solo queue. I can't remember. I can't plan that far in advance because Thanksgiving is this coming week and everybody's schedules are all a little bit fucked. So that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the outro song on. I'm going to put the outro scene on, but we're going to raid somebody still. So if you guys want to participate in the raid, you are more than welcome to do so. But again, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It was awesome. And can I get a wholesome goodbye from everybody? Goodbye.
Bye. See you later.
Adios.
Why am I waving? Nobody can see me.
Oh, well, I mean, if you look at the last GIF.
All fucking evening.
Yeah, you've been waving. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
All right, we're going to raid somebody. If you guys want to stick around for the raid roll,